Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Wednesday. So glad you're with us. So we have a very special show, and Wednesdays are really like the beginning of our week, even though I know midweek for everybody else, beginning of our week. So we really love to kick it off in grand fashion, and today, no exception. Wait till you see what we're going to bring you today. We've got a major couple of Tanzanites as we're about to say goodbye to all of our blue wing block tees that we've had for the last 7 years. I know it is a bittersweet week because we are about to say goodbye to all of them, but we put together quite a few in this show. And I know how many of you have been asking specifically for the rounds. I have one. It is gorgeous. It's over 9 carats, and it is going to be coming up with some very large diamonds. Classic mounting on that one. We also have what I compiled for you, speaking of 9 carats, is I've got 3 of our really beautiful fancy cuts that are our 3 9-carat plus fancy cut stones in pendants. Those are going to be here on the way. Very affordable blowout price. We also have new, so much new. This feels like a weekend show because usually that's where we see the real big stack of new. I've got so much on the way, including a Paraiba in a necklace, and that's going to be affordable. I know the last time we saw Paraiba pendant earrings, they were very affordable, but they were still $4,000 each. Yes, that's affordable for Paraiba. Today we get to see a necklace that is for a couple of you in a beautiful style, almost a half-carat stone, looks larger than that, and of course the entire necklace. There are also a few different Sorari pieces today. We've got, as usual, 3 per show. Seems like that's the number. We've got 1 ring, 1 necklace, and a pair of earrings. And actually the necklace is our first ever diamonds by the yard, but with some exotic color of diamonds. So we'll see that on the way. It's a one of a kind, so get ready for that. It's coming up in the next few minutes. But we also have a very important Tanzanite pendant, a 20 carat plus. It is our largest here in a pendant. We also have, okay, so this needs to be said because it's coming up sooner rather than later. We have a pair of earrings that you'll know them when you see them. The problem has been when I've had these probably 2 or 3 different times, every single time there has been such a limited quantity and they're so popular, they sell out completely. They are the 3-row huggy hoops. Now, not the 1/4-inch huggies that nobody can wear. I'm talking about the 1/2-inch huggies that we love. They are 3 rows, baguettes and rounds on either side. They are coming up. If you've missed out on these, listen, there have been hundreds of you that have missed out on this style in previous airings. So today we get to bring it back. And we get to bring it back at a better value. And I got to tell you, it's white gold only. They are fantastic diamonds. They give you all that wow factor we love of really important diamond quality, but an incredible price tag. So those are coming up, but also limited today. What I wouldn't give to have, I'm kidding you not, I would need 200 pairs if I was to satisfy everybody. And I do not have 200 pairs. I have 4. And that sounds like a lot, but it's not when you see the price tag. So we will have that on the way as well, coming up probably in this first half hour. And then we've got a great way to start. And there are quite a few blowouts and discounts. And again, remember, throughout most of the show, we're going to see one of a kind. So if you can, and I always recommend this, dial in very early so it puts you at the front of the line to get in on your favorites first before anyone else does, okay? So we've got a very exciting show, plus also Blue Star Sapphires on blowout. I brought some big ones out for us, so they're going to be coming up in addition to those Tanzanite pendants. All right, let's take a look at our first item, which is a one of a kind in a double. It's, we'll call it a pair of pairs in Peridot. Wow, what a beautiful alliteration that is. All spelled differently, but a pair of pairs in Peridot, right? So we've got our, yes, and dare I say, a beautiful bright pear color. So they are going to be, I love this so much. This is really special. It's 112-9400. It's going to be our 5 carats 89 total. Now, no diamonds. A really special look made entirely of 2 distinctly large Peridot stones that I cannot get enough of. We bring you only the highest quality of everything, but also in Peridot, which is why we don't see it all that often. So you're getting 5 carats 89 among your 2 pairs. So there's where the pair of pairs, first of all, see the P-A-I-R of the P-E-A-Rs in the P-E-R-I-D-O-T. So here's our Peridot for you, and it's got that really beautiful design. It's going to go lengthwise. The smaller part where I'm holding it, that's actually the top. That's where your bail will be, although, I mean, if you have a really thin chain, you could probably turn it around. Or, I was looking at it, they're kind of like bails throughout here if you look at the sides, but if you had a more narrow chain, you could probably wear it east to west like you're seeing it here. But this is how it traditionally is going to sit. This is how it's designed by the wonderful designers to sit just like so, with that north to south design. And welcome welcome on in. So glad to have your company tonight. It's nice to have y'all, and I hope everything's going well as we reach that midway point. We're getting that near that midway point of January, if you can believe it. So here we are at 589. Let me give you a measurement of it as well. So it's going to be our 5 carats 89 yellow gold only, and there you see the really distinctive details it's going to have. It's going to be 1 3/4 almost, yeah, about 1 3/4 there, or 1 5/8, either way, they're real close. And then here's what we're going to do is show you from a distance away. I'll put on the neckline so you can see it against a skin tone there, and get ready for the value. Those are some breathtakingly bright, and that's really where we don't like to deal with the really dark included material. You know, the Peridot that you see typically out there, it's got a lot of yellow and it's a lot more chartreuse color. This is really that bright lime green we're looking for. That's what you want. So we'll take another look at it close up, get you one big value. It's a lot of gold that it's sitting in as well. And then of course there's that really unique style with those two pairs meeting up point to point almost. And then I love the asymmetry of the design itself. One side you see is different than the other, even though your gold will ribbon its way around your fabulous stones. I'm telling you, this Wednesday is incredible. We got such a good show for you tonight. It's good. It's really good. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So I hope you can stay with us for the duration, or of course, you call me and let me know what you want to see on the show. But let's get this one out the door. Stays in the yellow gold. Got a great pendant, meaning no sizing needed, so it can go right out to you tomorrow. And that way you have it in a couple of days. And we'll make this one better than that $3,299. Got to do a lot better than that, and I will. Welcome to Wednesday. It's a What's New, What's Wild Wednesday, and what's wild is the pricing. And what's wild is the rest of the world in jewelry. We keep it wild in the best way with the most unbelievable price tags, and still maintaining our commitment to quality, and still solid gold and platinum and all that we love. And by the way, this is not even $3,000, $2,000, or $1,000. I will make it $999 to the very first caller. And keep in mind, I didn't mention we have that big Tanzanite, the pendants as well, and the fancy cuts, but I do have one heart shape. And it's the most affordable heart shape I can ever recall having. And keep in mind, I've had Blue Wing Block Ds here at TVON for 7+ years. So that's going to actually, we would be coming up on 7 years in 1 month almost. So we've got a heart shape that's affordable. Stick around for that. Another pendant coming up that's going to be pink zircon. Remember we had those big ones the other day? I think that was on Sunday. We're going to bring out a really affordable pink zircon pendant. Speaking of zircons, I have a blue and heart shape. It's gorgeous. And then multicolored diamonds in the ring, the necklace, and of course we're also going to have that beautiful we got a pair of huggy hoops that's actually going to be the pave. So we'll see those as well. So whether you want colors of diamonds or white diamonds, we got you covered in earrings tonight. And let me know if you'd like that one. I'll keep on moving. Let's get to that pink zircon pendant, which is another one only. There's quite a few tonight. And look at that, the rose gold with this really intense, it's like a pinky red. Think like the most sophisticated pink you've ever seen here. 111, oh boy, that's going way back. 3088, you can barely read the number on the information here, but take a look at that. That's our pink zircon round. It's going to be a 212 in the round with a 3-point individual diamond in the rose gold. This will be a little smaller pendant than what we had a minute ago, and there goes our light, so I guess we'll be without that for the evening. And that's because, well, it's summer in January here in Los Angeles. We're getting 85-degree weather, so studio's a little warmer than it needs to be for these lights to handle. So here's what we're going to do. Tony, I'll just have you iris up. It'll save me. I've already done my 2-hour workout today, so I'm not going to go back and forth. So we'll just iris up, and then it'll look more normal, and we'll deal with it. And just know that your piece will look a little better when you get them at home. So keep that in mind throughout the show. But what we have here is the one and only, and rose gold's how it stays. And we'll go ahead and show you what it's all about here from a distance away. So a really special look. And you can see here, that's what it's going to look like from a distance there. And then we'll show you here, which is going to be, look at that, great style for everyday wear. And if you love wearing the luxury of zircons, well, this is a good one to get. Don't see a lot of pendants in the zircon. 5/8 of an inch is going to be top to bottom. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well, so you can see that from a distance away. And we'll get you a better value than even $9.99. There is only one, and I know how many of us love the pink zircons and understand how really rare they are and how really exceptional they are as far as when you get that really beautiful sparkle, that double refraction. All the zircons have it. Certain zircons just again gave you that punch of color with it, which is awfully nice. And we're going to go a lot less than even $9.99 or $8.88. $777 sounds good, but $699 would make it better, but I'm going to keep on going. We'll see who's out there. Want to welcome you in the most warm way possible here. And how do we warmly welcome? See, if you were like, you know, really coming to my home, it'd be like, okay, let me take your coat. Well, you don't need it today, so never mind, but let's sit down. Let's get settled. What can I get you? What music would you like to hear? What can I get you to drink? A little beverage, a little snack. This is our welcome in, is with great jewelry, because we're all jewelry lovers. So we love a great sale on everything, even when there is not per se a sale going on. Have you seen my prices this past week? They have been unbelievable. We've been doing better than the sale. So this is the way you shop whatever you're looking for. Take a look at this. And by the way, it's going to be less than $699. We're going to go ultimately low here, not even $599, or I'm not even thinking $500. We're going to send it out in a hurry. Let's make it $499. One caller on that one. And I think we'll get to our dangling diamonds by the yard, but one we've never had before. It was just the other day I had the white diamond version and then the yellow diamond version, and now we're going to bring you the fancy colors, which incorporate the big champagnes and yellows and greens. So we'll see that coming up. And our heart-shaped Tanzanite, not long. We're going to get to that really affordable Tanzanite. It's about 2.5 carats, so we'll see that coming up here, which is going to fly. It's the most affordable way to get a Tanzanite in our entire inventory as far as the rings go, and that's a little preview. So if you already know you're a heart-shaped Tanzanite lover, maybe you've been waiting for one, hoping for one, knowing that maybe a little frustrated that they're near the end and we haven't seen a lot of heart shapes ever, today's your day to get an affordable one. So we'll keep on moving. Then we've got our diamonds by the yard. This is the dangling version from our designer friend Ferrari, which of course has been a delight to have, something really different. And yeah, this is going to be, well, look at this, 5 stones, all amazing, and they are all bright, kind of like yellowy greens, if you will. The difference here is that when we do a DBTY, especially the dangling versions, they're usually like 5-pointers, 6-pointers. We're getting you big stones here. 113-0018 is the added number. Reminder, there is only the one here. This is going to be for great for everyday wear, but you're really upgrading here to a level of diamonds we don't normally see. And that is going to bring you solid 14 karat gold. Yes, it's got all the things we look for in our own necklaces, like lobster claw closure, 16, 17, and 18 inches. But you're getting bezel set stones that are huge. They are 115 total among the 5 stones you see there. So that means if you're doing the math and breaking it down, yes, they look like 1 carat. There's a big reason for that. It's the bezel settings, but they're all the same size. They're all draping about 1 inch away from each other. This is designed to go right through basically the front of your neckline. So right really side to side, but it's also going to be 23 points each is how that would break down. 16, 17, and 18 inches in length, as you see there. I'm going to show you on the neckline, but then we're going to walk you through each individual stone so you can see it there as well. But look at the size. I mean, this is for a size perspective, but also showing you up close. Now, you're probably not going to wear it that high, but you have 16, 17, and 18 as your options here. So you see the size that you're getting. But now we get to take a close-up look and get you a look at all the individual stones here so we can see what's going on, because this is really important. And we have not done our own versions, which of course have been done in white diamonds and yellow diamonds, etc. We have not. Let me make sure I have this when I stretch it out. They want to move a little bit, but see how each one is attached and draping separately as if it's one individual pendant. But you see how they're more like a green yellow here? I'm walking you through all 5 of them so you really can get an appreciation. And that one's a little more champagne, just like a lot of these pieces we've been bringing. There's a little subtle graduated kind of ombre effect that they all have. And then you've got diamond cutting to the chain itself, and you can see how beautiful. So really the end stones are really more champagne. Then they get into yellow and greens here. So really that's going to be your array. It's like an entire collection, and then we'll go back to the hand. So carat 15, 23 points each, only the one. This is something we've never had before. So you know it's going to fly on out of here. You know that much. And we're going to make it really affordable. That's what we do. Now, Ferrari's great. They have great stores. They have great places they can be purchased, even including on TV. But no matter what, they will always be more money everywhere but here. We are getting these really, just again, kind of exemplary pieces, the ones that do suit our standards here, because we're really particular, and even great designers oftentimes don't have a standard that we require. So we're very particular about pieces we even choose from their line to only bring you the finest, but that's why we're focusing on the colors of diamonds here to make it super rare. But this is supposed to be $39.99. That's what happens when you get big individual diamonds, especially when they are a unique color that is all natural. That's all we do is natural stones. We don't do lab grown. We don't do synthesized. We don't do simulated. And when we have colors of diamonds, they are all natural. That is not something you have to like worry about any radiating or treating or anything like that. And again, what we're going to do is make it better than even $3,000, $2,000, or $19.99. And with sizes like this, we usually, again, 5 and 6 pointers. This is a whole different deal. Nearly quarter carats, draping from the neckline, really going from one side to the other, everything that's exposed in the front of your neckline every day. And wear it every day because you got those different colors that are all going to work so well with anything in your wardrobe. And it's not even $1,500. Going the big diamond route here. Solid yellow gold. A chain like this, even at 16 inches by itself, by just truly a basic chain would be $900. And yet we're doing better than 15 or $14.99. Come on in. We have one. It's in yellow gold. It can also go right out to you. So no worries on that front. If you need it for an occasion coming up soon, like next weekend, okay, you're going to have it and you're going to love it. And then you're wearing it every day, hopefully after that. And it's not $14 or $13.99. It's only $12.99 here today. And we got one of our brand new pieces here up front. And then I know we're all waiting. We're going to do those huggies in exactly 15 minutes. Bottom of this hour will be those white diamond triple row huggy hoops. They have been, I've had them, I think, 4 times. They've always sold out. I've got 4 more for you. Again, I wish I had more. I don't, but we will bring them to you in exactly 15 minutes. So if you know what I'm talking about, you want to be right here with us in 15 minutes and probably dialing in as soon as you see 5:30 hit the clock, okay? And then we've got a big emerald, blue star sapphire, yellow diamonds. Let's get to the heart-shaped Tanzanite because I think that one's gone. You can still call me on the pink zircon and that Peridot pendant as well, but let's get to this one. Oh, this is going to fly. What I wouldn't give to have more quantity on this one. The reason we don't have a lot of quantity on anything we do is because we're very selective about our quality, but also we're dealing with the best Tanzanite that has ever been mined, and that means ever, in whatever, since 1967. There's only been one portion of the mine that's ever produced a color in the rough material that was a more saturated level, and that is what we bring you here. It's been 7 years running. It's on its way out. There's not much left. Yes, go ahead. Thank you. That necklace is gone. Congratulations. Let me know, Allison, when you know who got it. I'd love to thank them. Hey, Shirley, thank you so much for being with us so early today. And here we are with, oh yeah, look at this. This is amazing. And by the way, it's 113-0033. And you want to call early because I do only have the one. And this is our most affordable that I've had. And hi, Kirsten, thank you so much. And hi, Michael, thank you so much. You're so nice and so kind. Thank you. Here's what we're going to do on the Tansy. It's our 252 heart shape. And it is lovely. And call me on the Peridot or the pink zircon pendants that we had. But this one, I know Jason's already ready. He's got a caller. They're probably thinking about the heart shape. 20 points in the diamonds. There are 3. It's interesting. My Tanzanite later, my 9 carat, is going to be similar in the setting where it's bigger diamonds that are larger but not as many, and that's really important. It's the more important way to go. And we have been busy working. We've had our lapidaries hard at work to create pieces that we didn't have a couple of months ago or weeks ago or years ago, because we've been cutting down some of the larger stones that maybe were reserved for museums. Don't need to tell them that, but we would rather, again, we work for you guys. We cater to you, our TVON family, and not to anyone else per se. So we've been working hard to bring you what you've been looking for, and what that has been is more cuts, exotic cuts in sizes and carat weights that we had not had historically very often. And I'm talking about even 7 years back. We did not have a 252 heart shape. So this is really the time to get it and to dial in as quickly as you can, because there is only one and it's going to fly and it's very affordable. And I wish we had 300 of them. Sit here and sell every one of them. You know, even the big networks that are in every single household and every single hotel room and every single everywhere and every single TV and everything, they've been around for 40 years. They usually on fine jewelry will have 5 and 6 quantity. And again, they sit there and can't sell them out because the values aren't so good. But when you're talking about the quality and the value together, this is why we wish we had more quantity, but that's what keeps the standard of quality so high. If we were to reduce our quality standards, then sure, I could bring you 5 of something, 6 of something, 10 of something, 1,000 of something, but we're all about the best of the best. Let me try this on for you, and then are you ready, Jason, for the amazing price? It's going to be white, yellow, rose gold, by the way, so you do get to choose your gold color as well. And this one's only about a 5 right now, so we'll size it for you. Reminder, we do the free sizing and shipping, and we do the free gold color change when possible, and it is here. And we're going to do, look at how simple and elegant with those diamonds. You actually have to start with more gold because you're burnishing the diamonds in to that gold, so you have to start with more of it, and then again they basically carve out enough gold to perfectly precision set that diamond at a flush level with the surface of the gold. And what's supposed to be $49.99, that's kind of an indicator of what should be happening if we were paying attention to the new standard of gold pricing. Thank goodness we are not. That's the beauty of it. Jason, you thinking about this one? I tell you, I'm really happy for that caller, whoever that is, because I think they're going to get it. And that was really wise to call in early like they did. And we've actually got, 3 people on the phone lines for one ring. Well, let's make it affordable so you don't have to worry about, should I, shouldn't I, on $49.99. You shouldn't, because I got a better value. You could say sold at any time and you'll get it, but you might get it for even less than you even imagine, because it's under $2,000. It went from $5 to $19.99. And you know what? I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I want somebody to have the best value. And I want to show you all that, I know that it's an early start. It's, not considered prime time at this hour, but, it's an early start for the home shopping world. But I got to tell you, if you can and when you can be with us early, you got to be here early. And I'm showing you why. These really, really important one-of-a-kind deals and values, they come out early. So here's what we're going to do instead of $19.99. Somebody's going to love this. And again, what a gift. And with Valentine's Day exactly 1 month from today, yes, it is. I know, just recovering from the holidays, but before you know it, we'll be celebrating the big day of love. So this is where you get that heart-shaped stone, which I don't have anything else like. And we're going to make it better than 19, 18, 17, 16. How about $15.99? You know what? February 14th is a month from today, January 14th. So let me do this, $14.99. I'm going to let that number just really make us happy there. And $14.99 if you do want it for that special day, which the heart shape's so apropos. But if you want it because you love heart shapes and you love and appreciate an exotic, that one's gone. Congratulations, well done. I'm not even ready with my next item yet, but I will be, because we're going to get to those huggies in about 9.5 minutes. I've got our blue star. Now, I know this is weird because I do have a blue star sapphire wheel coming up, but this one I love, and this one's going to be not that small. So, interesting. Let me give you a special treat here, because later on I'm going to have my 2-carat stones, and they're all way more money than this one. So this is probably the last thing I should do, but I'm going to do it anyways. 1125934, and again, early bird special right here. And this is going to be our blue star sapphire in platinum. 1125934 is the number. It is a one only. Do keep that in mind. It is not going to last. It's our 423. It's the largest one I have of the day, and yet it's the cheapest price I have of the day of a blue star sapphire. So what gives? Well, there's the star, and it's that real, true, beautiful cornflower blue. Not too dark, not too navy, not too inky, and then it's got this really nice, heavy figure 8 style that's going to be, of course, with diamonds on half and solid mirror finish platinum on the other. And we've got one, and it stays in platinum, and we'll size it for you, and we are ready. Keep the values rocking and rolling. A 423, that's a 1/4 carat in diamonds you're getting as well. And we've got a better value than where it started at $39.99 way back when. Jason, go ahead. Oh, was that Brenda in Wisconsin that got the heart shape? No way. Really? Oh, that's wonderful. Brenda, thank you so much. We should also probably shout out her hubby, David. David, yeah. I don't know if she mentioned David, but David and Brenda, they're usually watching together. Wonderful. Well, I wonder if that's her Valentine's Day gift. Could be. Well, thank you, Brenda, so much for picking up. Way to go. You beat out a lot of other people. She knows. But see, she's a TVON. She goes way back. She goes way back with me and with TVON, so she knows. She knows what to do. Thank you, Brenda. Enjoy that heart shape. Let's make this blue star sapphire as affordable as we can as well. We're going to do that and make it yours to own. But again, it might be yours to miss out on if you're not on the phone lines in a hurry. And I'm going to try this one on for you, and we're going to make this really affordable. Come on. It's a 423, which might be what's keeping you out. But $39.99 is an exquisite value for a 423 stone, especially with that natural asterism occurring there as well. We're going to make it better. You don't have to pay $39 or $29 or $19. And like I said, I guess I'm going to probably have to delay those 2 carats. My 2-carat ones later are way more money than this. And they're half the size, and they're more money, so it makes no sense whatsoever. And look at how strong that star is. And right now, its attention is divided among 2 lights. You're typically going to see one, but you saw when it's facing up directly to your eye level like that, it is so bright a star, so prominent. The legs of that star stretch all the way across the stones, which means it's a really strong one. It's not muddled at all. It's not diluted, if you will, or diffused. I'm going to make this really special. We're going to go even less than 19. Come on, you see how quickly things are going today, and you don't want to miss out because it's painful. As a shopper, you know it's painful to miss out on those one-of-a-kinds, especially when it's one thing to miss out on something you just loved. It's another thing to miss out on something you loved where you loved the price and the value even more. That's even more important. So take a look at this. It's not going to be 19, 18, 17, 16. I keep on rocking these sale prices. Why not? We're going to make it better than 17 or 15.99. I mean, guys, it's 16, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's a value. I mean, look at this. It's a $423. I don't know. That's not a loose stone price, that's for sure. And we're going to go even lower. Let's make it $14.99 and be done with it. $14.99, and then we'll get to that. The Huggies are 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And let me show you, in case you're going, I don't remember exactly which one she's talking about. What is, and to be honest, a lot of you may have just not even seen them because it was like a blink and you miss it deal multiple times. But if you know them, you know them. Look at this. This is the, oh yeah, this is the iconic. I know they've been here so briefly when I've had them, but they have been here in white and yellow. We have sold out every single time. This is what I have only 4 pairs of today, with the button closure, with the side to side, I mean, 3 rows in diamonds. Wait till you hear the diamond weight that you're going to get in solid gold, and they're really hefty for being a smaller size. They got a lot of really good gold weight, so those are what's coming up in exactly 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere because, yeah, they're going to be gone very, very quickly. And then we've got yellow diamond studs are here. Those are yellow diamond emerald cuts. I saw this opal today and fell madly in love, but then decided that, oh, maybe the price is even more captivating than the piece itself, which is really saying something considering the opal looks like this. Okay, so this is opal at some of its best material we've had, and it's a bolder opal, which also comes from Australia. This is 112-8022, and let me just walk around here as quickly as I can and just zoom back so we can see the whole stone, because it is something else. And it's got the blues and the greens, but there are reds and pinpoints of the red coming through, and then this free form cut. It's a beauty. It's a major stone. It's 9 carat 62 of Australian natural through and through opal. Then it's got this really cool trio of diamonds up top as its bail, and then a few to really just accentuate the bottom row there of your platinum. That's going to be right down below, and then you see how it's completely ensconced there, and you can see the bolder opal being a little bit different. That's how you know it's a bolder opal. Otherwise, I'll tell you right now, you would have no idea. Bolder opal versus lightning ridge, you had absolutely no clue by looking at the front. And it's still Australian. So we're talking about every bit the look of an Australian lightning ridge stone, which if it was, by the way, because I have Australian stones that are 9 carats here, not a lot of them, but I've got a couple, they're in the $25,000 range. This is not going to be. And so the difference here is you're getting a really, really important look. Let me show it against the hand here because it's large. Remember, if it's a 962, it's going to look more like a 20 carat because opals tend to do that. They tend to look double their weight. So you see there, because it's a water-based stone, which makes it a lot less dense than everything else. Now you also have, look at this, there's the length you're going to get, 1.25 inches top to bottom, including that bail. Remember, set in platinum so it stays in platinum. I'll show it to you on as well. Now this is the light it really loves, because a little bit lower light is going to be the best way to see and appreciate all the dynamic colors you're getting, and we've got a value. It's been here before. I know you might be expecting $79.99. That's where it's been in the past. We're going to take it a lot lower than that. Just be ready and look at the dance of the diamonds. I love the way they are just bright and stunning and twinkling at the base of this bezel set stone. So not like you have to worry too much about this opal because it's a pendant, but it is nice to have the protection of having a platinum fortress around it. And then we go back up close and take another look at it and give you the best value. I could not believe it. And again, this one's going to fly. So dial in as quickly as you can. It is always the key. You can always hang up if the price doesn't work for you, or if it's still just a little out of your range or budget, no problem, but at least you're there. So when I do shock you with the price in the best way, you're going to be there to say yes, and proudly. And it's not going to be $79 or half that at $4,000. We're going in big, big, big discounts here. $4,000, $3,000, even $2,000 would be absolutely stellar. Get ready, the Huggies are coming up very soon. We're 2 minutes away. Those triple row ultimate designer diamond earrings, they are coming up, and they're everyday wearable, and they're first or second piercing, and I have wanted these so badly. I am so envious of all you guys just for watching tonight to be here, because I'm never going to get these. I've resigned to that. I know I'm never going to get a pair. Unless I go to the designer and spend the $16,000, which I will not do. I refuse. But here's what we've got on the pendant. So get ready. The earrings are on the way. I know you're all anxiously waiting. And again, if you've missed out before, this is why you're here every day. You never know what we're going to surprise you with on a Wednesday night. But let's make it better than 19, 18, 17. I'm going to blow it out for $16.99. That's it, first caller. And don't forget about that star sapphire. The star sapphire is here. I'll also, in pendants, we've got a lot of them today. I've got a color change sphene pendant as well. That's going to be here. I know we're all looking forward to that because it's actually one of our, I'll just say it, it's our biggest stone for the smallest price that I've had yet. So we're looking forward to that. Color change sphene lovers, and you know it's a softer stone. So we really do enjoy seeing it in pendants because it makes it oh so wearable. So we'll see that right after our huggies sell out. But again, you might want to dial in now because we're about 60 seconds away. But let me know if you'd like the pendant. This is our Australian opal. Look at the reds coming through. It looks like it's very oceanic colors and almost the pattern within where you see those bright turquoisey blues and the cobalt blues. It almost looks as if you're seeing waves. That pattern is naturally in the opal. It's not how they facet it, but it's really interesting because it almost looks like water in motion. You know, when there's that subtle, beautiful dance that you see off the surface of water, whether it be a lake or an ocean, whatever body of water you're looking at. And it really has that look here as well. All right, we'll move on to the huggies because we are there. It is halfway through hour number 1 on a Wednesday Night Live. And what we're going to show you is an absolute must-have in my book. I would love to have them. I'm a girl who loves my hoops, and I stack up my hoops, and I'm wearing on any given day, I'm wearing 13 hoops at a time, true story, because every single piercing I've got has got a hoop in it. Oh, that's not true. The one doesn't. I have 12 hoops on at any given day, and one is a stud that's in the very, very top, which you guys never see. But here's what I've got for you. It is our fabulous hoop. I'm going to come in close. Remember, we just had that massive opal. So let me come in close to show you the details of these diamonds, which are just completely, look at that, white, bright, and stunning. And VS, well, yeah, that's kind of what we're known for here. But this hoop earring has been here a couple of times, but it's always been limited. And nobody's on the phone lines yet, which either tells me nobody's here watching, which I know is not true, or it means that you're scared you're going to miss out. Listen, that's why I gave you the heads up early. That's why I'm telling you now to dial in, because you can get them. And if anybody's out there shopping on my behalf, I'll take all of them, and then that's not fair though. So maybe just leave a few for everybody else. There are 4 pairs in total. So if you can, and again, I recommend getting on the phone lines as quickly as you can here, because if you can get on the phone lines early, you're pretty much guaranteed one. And that is something that we cannot say any other time. They have been so quick to go, and that's because they're also of value. And it's amazing because I think about the last time I showed these, which was, you know, well, the first time I showed them, which was months and months ago, probably about 9-10 months ago. And guess what? They haven't changed in price. Gold's done a lot in 9 months. It's done a lot, and it's done nothing good as far as if you're a gold lover. This is where we're keeping the price the same. So you don't have to worry about, are they going to be $5,000 all of a sudden? That value that has made them so popular in the past is going to be here today as well. So let's take a look at them. And again, this is that perfect half-inch size. So 112-8511. Is the item number. I'm going to show you. If you've never seen them before, it looks like I said, they've been on a couple of times, but they're so brief as far as their presentation because they sell out so quickly. You may not know them very well yet. They're going to sit like this. I do want to show you they have all of this gold. And again, we're not talking platinum here. We're talking gold. But it is the white gold here. And then you see the button, which is rare, you know, to find a button style in a smaller. Usually you have to have a lengthier or larger hoop diameter. It just tends to be that way. I'm very excited and proud to say that we're giving you a breakdown here of 36 points in the baguettes and 37 points in the rounds, which is 73 points in total. So we're talking about 3/4 inches, or 3/4, not inches rather, but 3/4 carats. But then you're going to see how they look from a distance. And again, white gold only, you can get as many as you want, unless you're shopping for me, and then please leave some for everybody else. But I gotta say, this is where I would buy every single pair if I had the opportunity. I know I won't, because they're never something that sticks around. And this is why they're up here early. They're also finished on the inside. Now I wanna show you from a long way away, and this is why we find baguettes so attractive, is because to pair them up with the rounds, we know what rounds do. Rounds and their ideal cut 58 facet round brilliance. We know what they're here to do. They're here to give us the ultimate sparkle, and there's your half-inch inch. But I always find with this, when you see them on, and you guys see me try on a lot of earrings every day, they look a little bigger just because they're going to have that width to them. 3 rows of diamonds put these together. It goes round baguettes and then rounds. But when you put the baguettes with the rounds, they have 2 entirely different ways in which they sparkle. This is the easiest on-off design. It's a straight post. And again, I wear hoops this size every day. I wear about 10 of them. I tend to wear a bigger hoop in my primary piercing, and then I wear this size up the ear. I'm going to tell you something. Having that straight post is a little more unique, and it makes it easier than a curved post, because sometimes curved posts, especially as you're working with the lobe, it can be tougher to get that through the piercing. So I love that we're working with a straight post here. That's number 1. Number 2, all they're going to do is you just push them together. You push them, they click close. The button is only there to remove them. The button is what basically unlocks them inside. And the good news about a 1/2 inch, I call this kind of, the industry calls this a huggy as well. A true huggy is a 1/4 inch, but that doesn't work for most people. A 1/4 inch doesn't give you enough clearance to work in everybody's piercing, because sometimes that's not enough room to actually make that loop around your earlobe. So the 1/2 inch tends to be the style everybody loves to go with, because that gives you enough clearance there. So you can see it's at the longest part of my lobe there, because it's in the primary piercing right now. And yet you see how they just, I mean, I'm in dark light. Remember, we're without a light tonight, and look at how they're sparkling. And I've got, you know, they're shadowed by my bangs here. They're just really, they're off the charts delicious good. I mean, this is how you want your diamonds to look. And giving the baguettes and the rounds 2 different ways, so it really gets so much attention. And yet you could sleep in these. Like, you don't even have to take them off at the end of the day if you don't want to, because they're so darn wearable and they're so comfortable, and they really are. And again, button release in the back unlocks that locking mechanism that you just push closed. When you push them closed, they will click into place. You're good to go. And let's go back to the up close as well. I could definitely see these, because I know that I wear something similar in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th all day, every day. So you can wear them really anywhere you'd like. And do we have anybody on the phone lines? No. Yes, 1 caller. Who's that? Has she seen them before? Does she know the hoops? The icons, the best ever. The value is there. Again, you're talking about more gold than a lot of our, and this is what you need to realize, we do a lot of hoops here. We do the 1/2 inch, yes, but we also do 3/4 inch. We do a lot of 1 inch. We do a lot of 1.5 inch. Do you know these have more gold weight than even our big ones that are 1.5 inches in diameter? These actually have more gold weight because they're so wide and they're so thick. They have that substantial kind of profile, and that's all solid gold. They're not hollowed out. They have that under gallery under your diamonds, and then you've got that really wonderful mechanism that is really, truly, it means the world, because it means you're not pulling them apart. It means your backing and your whole mechanism that secures them is never going to be a little off. It's never going to change. It's never going to be ineffective, because you're actually pressing down that button in the back to open them up. So what we're going to do, I know we're all let me show you the new price. Let me show you why y'all intimidated. I get it. Look at this. This is the new price. There's the hoop. Do you see what just happened there? Now, I know that there is not a one TVON shopper that's with me that is ever going to say that's a great value. If we were somewhere else, maybe up and down the dial, maybe watching a different channel, maybe out in a retail store, okay, that's one thing. But the fact is, I know you're not going to love $69.99. I'm going to make this a better value. Again, 4 pairs, white gold only. They go out tomorrow. Get as many as you want. This is the way to get the value, and the value is so strong. And you can wear them every single day, and yet you're getting that amazing quality. Come on over and let's get them out the door right now. They're not even $7,000, $6,005. I know this is a value. We know what's going on with gold. We know that, let me just put it this way. You get your gold now. You get it now, because all my predictions I made earlier the end of last year, etc., they're all coming to fruition. So we want to make sure that you get in on these values now, because we're taking them down to where they were about a year ago almost. It's not $5,000, $4,000, $3,000. They're not even $29.99. We got the sphene coming up next in a pendant, but let's make sure these go. We're starting to get really busy on these phone lines, and that's because you know we're going to lead in values. And listen, if you want fine diamonds, great, this is where you need to be. Because even if you say, you know what, I guess I'm going to have to go, this is what everyone's tricking you to think, that you have to go lab grown now to get around the pricing of gold. Well, one has nothing to do with the other. And what you're realizing is that I can get the finest diamonds that are natural from the earth, and I can get the fabulous metal, and I can get the value, and I don't have to give up one iota of quality, and they're not even $2,000 or $19.99. And if you leave them for me, thank you. If we don't sell these out, I'm going to be probably thanking you a little bit more than if you all buy them. Because, I mean, I'm thanking you either way. But this has been, I will tell you right now, this has been my dream hoop to get for a long, long time. Ever since the first time we ever aired them. And I know they're not going to stick around because they're not even $1,500 or $1,499. You're getting almost 3/4 of a carat in diamonds that are all VS. And again, the rounds and the baguettes together, stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at them, and we're going to make it even better. And there's only white gold here. So take advantage of that, because you know what? When you see white gold, you're showing off the quality of those diamonds. That's what the white gold does. Yellow gold's going to pick up. It's kind of cast a little bit of that yellow color onto your diamonds. And when you got really, really good diamonds, you go for the white gold. And that's what we've done here for you. And they're not even 14, 13, 12. Let's keep going. We're going to sell them out right now. This is your moment to be taking advantage of something you're going to wear every day. Whether it's first piercing, second piercing. I've had people that love these hoops so much, they've gone out and gotten a second piercing just because they want that chic style in the second piercing, and they want to wear them that way. Do it. You will wear them any way you want, and you can change it up day by day, but we're going to make them better than 12 or 11 or $10.99, and they will fly. What can I say is that value that is unsurpassed anywhere on the planet, and you would literally spend more for the lab-grown diamonds that are out there, and we're going to make these $999 only. That's it. We've got 4 pairs, and they'll be gone in about 60 seconds. So that's going to be a fabulous value. If you are a lover of diamonds, you go there, and I think we all are. I don't think you'd probably be here watching this show if you didn't have a true love of diamonds, and really fine diamonds on top of that. And again, the profile and the way these are made is just so well done. And this is when you really wish you had a light here so you could see. And we've got 2 pairs gone already. So 2 pairs gone, 2 pairs left. That's it. And that is the way to go. So they're fabulous, aren't they? And the east-west setting, because when you've got them in the ear, they're actually east-west set baguettes, and then the round brilliance lining either side there. So really impressive. And yes, we'll do our sphene pendant coming up next. If you want to be hopping on the phone lines ready to go there, that's what I would advise, because we've got only one of the sphene pendant that is coming up, and it's really pretty radiant. So we'll see that on the way. And then yellow diamond studs are here. They're going to be emerald cuts, actually. We do have a new copper bearing stone today. I've got a 5-carat copper bearing. And then we'll see our Paraiba in our necklace as well. So remember, Allison already took 2. So Jason, Andy, are you guys going to take the last 2 pairs? Or is someone going to take both of them? We're going to find out here. But we've got our last call at $9.99. And again, all those late arrivals to the show will never have any idea these were even here. That's what they tend to do. They tend to be always first hour, a moment where you just get them. Thank you. Andy's got 1 pair. That means, Jason, if you've got a pair, they will be sold out. And they are sold out. Congratulations on those. Let me show you our heart shape. That's a little preview of our heart shape, kind of a heart shaped zircon. Let's show the pendant. It's item number 30052. So 1130052 is our fabulous radiant cut color change sphene here. It's going to be item number 1130052 with a carat 45. Now this is the most affordable color change sphene I have had of this size, that's for sure. And well done on the earrings. Thank you all so much. Enjoy them. You will. And if you ever get tired of them, look me up. Email me, I'll buy them back from you. That's the thing I love. I mean, I love those earrings. I'm never going to get a pair. Never going to see a pair come to my collection. And I refuse to spend $16,000. I do. All right, so here we go. Here's our carat 45 color change sphene. And it's going to be a big radiant cut here. Love this one. I mean, that's a big size for these color change sphenes to get a carat and a half or so. And then you have the double halo in diamonds and diamonds in the bail. That'll be 42 points overall. And get ready, necklace lovers. We've got a Paraiba necklace coming up. Jason, who got your pair of earrings? Nan got a pair as well. Thank you so much. And did you say, Allison, did you say Megan? Yes, but it's technically under Gregory. Oh, okay. Wonderful. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much. That would actually be like a unisex style as well, earring, for sure. For sure, because that's what everybody's, I mean, I don't know if anyone watched the award shows on Sunday night, but the hottest dressed men in Hollywood were wearing huggies just like that. So 2 of them. So there you go. So again, yeah, that's what's happening right now. All right, so here we go with 145. I mean, I love it. So here we go. This is 145. 42 points in diamonds, yellow gold, white gold, rose gold. You do get an opportunity to change that up if you'd like to, but this is just downright affordable. If you know how rare this stone is, well, you might think that's going to be $59.99. You'd be right on if this were any other show but our mid-January Wednesday night together where I'm putting everything on sale. It's a whole different opportunity to get something special here, and let me show you what it looks like here from a distance. And it's got a good size bail, so I like to point out when you've got, I know so many of you love to use your diamonds by the yard as your pendant chain. Well, perfect way to do that. This bail will accommodate that for you, and it's our carat 45. So again, here's your size that you're getting. Overall, a size of about 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. I will show it on the neckline as well for another perspective on the size there, and then wow, you can really see. So suddenly you're realizing it hasn't even changed color yet, but I'm seeing a lot of golden and red, and I'm seeing a lot of orange and pinky reds. Well, that's what happens with this stone. Of course, it's so highly dispersive. So it's not just, you're getting color at its just highest degree here, because between the color changeability of the stone and then the dispersion, which is all the colors of the rainbow that comes through it, that together is what makes this such a dynamic gem. And of course, it's rare. And of course, it's also one that some are leery about wearing in a ring because it's a more delicate kind of stone. So if you want to wear it as a pendant, that's the safest way to do it. All right, so let's make it affordable now. Not going to be $39.99 as it is slated to go today. We're going to make it a lot more affordable for you right now, and first caller gets it for under $2,000. And there's a fair price at $19.99. I'm going lower than that, and then we've got our big top of the hours, and don't forget there's a massive Tanzanite today. I also have our new designer Sorari ring. It's one ring, one pair of earrings that we will see coming up, and then we've got more on the way. But this is going to be, look at that, radiant cut, flashes of all the colors. We will not do $19.99. Big value here right now. First call is taking it for $1,499. That is it. That will be a one and done right there. And any golds you'd like as well. And there's a very big emerald deal too. I know emeralds have been the talk of the town. This is like that cyclical style. We'll see kind of certain gemstones become super popular week by week. Last week seemed to be the week of emeralds. It really was. And so there's, and which makes sense, green being the color of rebirth. Maybe with the new year, we're all feeling like that color green might be really nice to add to the collection. We have a really, really, really special Tanzanite and emerald and the copper bearing and the big round Tanzanites coming up too, which I'll give you a little preview of. But $14.99 for our color change sphene. Let me know. The new hoops are here, which are the Sorari hoops. Take a look. These are going to be larger than what we saw in the white diamonds, and our first ever, are you kidding me? This is ombre, not the mix and match. Every other style we've had that is mixed colors of diamonds together has been just a mixing, like a, you know, a beautiful little variety of. This actually goes in that graduated ombre style, okay? So think of it almost as stripes of diamonds. In the hoop earring, which is very complex to do. Let me know who's got that color change sphene. Sounds like that may be going in. Here's 1130021. This is a one-of-a-kind pair of hoop earrings that have never been seen before. We've never even had anything like it before in all these years, in nearly a decade. And yet this is going to be that 1 carat 69 of your multicolored diamonds. The difference being they start out as those white diamonds. Then it goes right into directly the champagnes, into the really bright golden yellows, into a more traditional but not light yellow color. And each earring is going to follow that design. So they're matched to perfection. They're in heavy gold because you see it's like a rounded style of pave. So the diamonds show up from every which direction, which I think is so important in an earring. You've got that huge carat 69 total weight. And once again, there's also going to be that straight post, which I wanted to point out to you. So I'm going to try them on for you. We've got our carat 69. Let me show you what they look like first from a distance, and they do have great finishing on the inside, which I'll show you up close. But first, the length. So you understand, oh yeah, look at that. That is super cool. Instead of being just a ½ inch, they go 5/8 of an inch top to bottom, which is just under a 3/4 carat length. And of course they are rounds. So that'll be your diameter. We have 13 minutes left in this hour. Get ready for a big top of the hour special. This is simply a hinge style. They open and click closed. And then I love the pave because truly, if you're looking from a profile view, meaning the side, you're still going to see all these gorgeous diamonds. Everybody always gets the luxury of diamonds. Oh, look at how they stack too. Oh, yeah. So this is, again, white, then the champagnes, then the bright yellows, which are more of like a golden yellow, and then into the traditional yellow color. And there is only one pair, and these are fabulous. And did you notice? It's not just the 169 that we have to think about. It's the individual size being so large. These are larger, independent, round brilliants as well. This is not your typical little teeny accent where you would normally see pave. You've got bigger stones all the way. You're basically, and there was so much more artistic detail put into the making of the earrings since they have to be perfectly matched by section. You're essentially matching 4 different colors and then placing them all together. Let's take another look up close and give you a huge value here. Oh, this is going to be wild. They're supposed to be. Look at this, $79.99. And here, by the way, is that finishing I was telling you about. So you can see these are the details that probably only you will know about, probably only you'll notice, but that's the mark of luxury fine jewelry is when you see them finished that way. And the fact they would be a reversible style because they're all solid mirror finished in the back, so you could put them on backwards essentially. Put the post through the back of your piercing and suddenly you've got another look completely. So you can have some fun with this one. And no, they're not going to be $79.99. That again is all fine and well if you're a big retail store and everyone at your clientele is used to coming in and spending $20,000, $30,000 on a piece of jewelry. Then it's a value. Here we have a little different expectation, don't we? And it's called spoiled rotten. That's where we expect to be. As long as you're spoiled rotten with the price tag, that's a TVON value. Let me make sure we bring them under even, you know what, skip $4,000. I love a good 50% off sale on jewelry. That's not happening anywhere but here. But the truth is, I'm going significantly less than that, and we will take it on down. Remember the necklace? We have already one piece shown and gone. The earrings are one of a kind, and then we have a ring. That's it. About 2 to 3 pieces a show for the time being is all I'm bringing you in our sorority. They have been quick to go. They've always gone. And now we're doing an earring style that, no, we've never seen before because the earrings typically had the multicolor all assorted, and it looks a little more random. And this is really a little bit more distinct in its design detail, isn't it? So really distinctive and really special. And they're under 4. They're under 3. They're not $29.99. Go in significantly less than that. You'll want to dial in early. That's all I can advise here. It's been really key to getting you on the pieces you love tonight, and it'll continue to be, especially when they're under $2,500. I keep on discounting, and you can't stop me. I'm going to keep on discounting because if I can't bring you values in fine jewelry, who will? Who's going to? And for those of you who go, well, I guess I'd stop by. Nope. We're not going to stop buying fine jewelry when the values are this good because it's better than a costume jewelry, better than a demi-fine, better than a lab-grown price. And that's why you get the best. You just got to know where to go. So here we are. You found it. We're here. You're here. We're here. It's going to be better than 25. 24, 23, I'll blow them out right now, make them $22.99. All that high style pave, that rounded pave, that stripe formation, the graduated ombre, that is the coolest thing. And yet so distinctive and different. And you really see that from a distance. You really can make out those different colors when they're on, can't you? And then we'll have a ring that can go right along with it if you'd like our last of the sorority pieces today. And it's going to be a ring with many, many different colors. Look at this. This is going to have all those different colors. Look at that from the, oh, I love it. Centered up with that more orangey, pinky red, greens. Oh, you'll see it in more detail in just a bit. So that's going to be $22.99 for the earrings. Let me know if you'd like them. And then speaking of earrings, we got a pair of Tanzanite studs coming up. If you got, well, we know the heart shape's gone. We know we have the round ring, but we need a great pair of earrings, and we've got them. Got some significant sizes in trillions, actually. Oh, love a trillion earring because they're bright. They sparkle. You know, earrings aren't going to be as large as most rings, so we want a bright stone. We want to get that cutting to be just right so it can really give sparkle and intensity, and that's what we're going to have for you. Plus, there's even a Tanzanite pendant. We've got a really cool diaspora. It's our Asher cut. It's going to be a huge stone for a small price. Look at this 4 carat we have coming up. This is the talk already of Tucson, and Tucson hasn't even started yet. So I think that really, we always kind of gauge, every year there's always kind of a most talked about stone, kind of like the gemstone trade show darling. This is going to be it again. And not that that's new. This has been a very popular stone for a while. So we'll also talk about a beautiful Paraiba. Let's just face it, this has got to go. We've got about 8 minutes now till the top of the hour. I'm going to show you a purple Paraiba. It's one of our bigger ones, and the price tag is simply, let me say it, wrong. It's just wrong. I'm going to give it a little polish here, and we're going to try 30042. This is going to be our really special purple. And how about this halo? Doing something a little different with the halo and diamonds in that they are baguettes, and they're all true baguettes, not tapered. But the first inclination is, are they? Because they're actually set at different angles. They're set a little bit more not straight out, which I think is really beautiful. It's 1130042. So this is the 5 carat. That's a mighty large size to get in anything that's tourmaline. But when you're talking purple Paraiba, and it's 5 carats, when I've been showing you the 2 carats and the 1.5 carats for $3,000 and $4,000, we're ready to show you the 5 carat. 61 points is the diamond weight, stays in the white gold as it is. The only thing I need to know is what ring size do you desire? That's it. You tell me, we do that for you for free. But this is a bit wild. And as we've gone through a lot of fantastic jewelry today, and hour number 1 is almost over, and we still have the color change sphene, by the way, and several other great pendants tonight. It's not a pendant night so far, because I've got 4 pendants that still remain available from the first hour. So that's more than we usually even show you in a show. So we got 4 pendants here on the that should be on the way out shortly. But this is where you get the biggest value on a purple Paraiba. That's why it's here so early today. That's why we're doing it right now and not later, because this is going to be one that is going to upset people that miss out. And I want you on the phone lines early because this is clean. It is bright. I want to show you what it looks like from a distance away. Here it is. Oh, look at that. And it's got that purple. You might be saying, but that don't look purple. It's purple Paraiba. So they don't have the traditional purples that you see out of other stones that we know of for that color, the basics. This is more, again, we got to remember, it's a neon element and there's the copper. So that's the difference maker here. It's why you get these neon elements, the glow with the clarity mixed in there. You see how that just is vibrant. It's like it's a glow in the dark stone almost. And yet with that, you're getting a different colorway where it's almost like a purpley, searing pink, almost like a little bit of fuchsia coming through as well. It's a value. And it also should be $99.99. And not that that's not a great value. That is a wonderful, wonderful value. I'm just taking it lower for you because I got to put everything on sale. That's my job, is to make sure, listen, if the pieces don't go, that means I didn't do my job. That's all there is to it. It either means one of 2 things. It means nobody's watching or I didn't do my job. Because when I do my job, the prices come down to the point where you have no choice but for somebody to take advantage of what I've got. And when it's collectible and new and designer mounting and the clarity of this 5 carat, let's just put it out there. I've got a 10 carat Paraiba. It's the more standard color. It's the blue green. It's worth over $5 million. And I just got it appraised. Literally, it just came back. It's been at GIA forever. And it just came back. So we're talking about a serious appraisal on stones like that. This is even more of a rare color. And yet it's a 5 carat stone, which is a lot larger than we typically see in the purples. And you're going to get this big old value right now where it will not be $99.99. I promise you, it's a value, so you want to dial in. You got nothing to lose except the moment where you might miss out if someone beats you to it. And that's what happens. It's been happening already today. It's already happened tonight. And we're only in hour 1 of a Wednesday night. Let me tell you something. That tells you a little bit about my values. If we have pieces already that are being missed out on by our shoppers in this hour, this is the most quiet hour of the entire week because we just came back from our Monday, Tuesday hiatus. It's a weekly hiatus. So not everyone remembers at 5 o'clock to be here. So you've got a major opportunity, and that's why I bring you the values I do, is to say thank you to those of you that are. So those of you that really, again, the real true lovers of gems and jewelry, you're here. Because you can't stand the thought of missing a moment. You can't miss a moment, you can't miss a value, you can't miss an opportunity, and that's everything that this is, because this is going to be downright affordable. And we've already sold out of earrings and many gorgeous rings today and necklaces. Now I get to take this even lower than even $4,999. And it should never be that price on its own. That's already under $1,000 a carat, and nobody, mark my words, nobody is selling Paraiba of any kind for $1,000 a carat. Not even the cloudy, ugly material. And I'm sorry to say that because I believe that all gems are beautiful. They're like people. They're all beautiful. but there are certain levels that make it extra special and rare, and that's when you get copper-bearing material out of the tourmaline family that's clean. That's what normally does not happen, and that's what you're getting right here. And it's not even $49.99, so let's just take it even lower and send it out. We got 3 minutes left till the top of the hour, and then our top of the hour special comes out to play, but this one's not even $49. Below out time is here. Stunning, stunning value. And again, I think we need a little better steam cleaning on it. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to blow it out right now for $3,999. You get another $1,000 off to get that home to you and to make that yours. And what a piece it is at $39.99. And we'll have a Paraiba later. It's a 40-pointer in the blue-green. Not a whole lot different in price. So this is the way you shop the big value right here and now. And that's gone. Congratulations. Well done there. Can I just show you these yellow diamond earrings real quick? Here are the diamond earrings that have emerald cut yellow. Come on now. Come on. Look at that. This is wild. 112-9344. Coming up right now. A one-of-a-kind pair of earrings. This is what happens when you give away jewelry. Okay, these yellow diamonds are exponentially rare because they're yellow diamonds in a huge size, but they're also emerald cuts, and you know already, if you watch this show, you know when we do see yellow diamonds, they are never emerald cuts. They're either cushions or pears, ovals, or the square cushions. That's it. That's where they're at. We've got two identical, bright VS natural yellows here. Here's the next level earring. Double halo and white diamonds, just why not? Why not? Dress them up a little bit. Give them the ultimate high level here. One pair only, they stay in the yellow gold. They can also go right out to you. There's 85 points here in diamonds. That's just your yellow diamonds. That would mean about 42.5 points a piece. And then you get the white diamonds, 34 points there. So well over 1 carat total weight, 3/8 of an inch. It's like a stud, but larger. It's got the post near one top in, but not at the very top. Why? So that will give you the piercing coverage you're looking for. So see, it's just above center there. So designed to sit as they are in the wheel, designed to sit north-south in the ear. Here's what they look like from a distance away, so we can verify that measurement. Then I'll pop one on the ear for you, and you will be very happy if you dial in. Again, that's going to be the key ticket in here tonight. Dialing in early. There's your 3/8 of an inch. They are just under a 1/2 inch in their top to bottom length. Doesn't mean you couldn't put them on like they are now, side to side. You could if you wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and hold one up for you so you can see what they look like on, because that, to me, I think that's just a little easier way to gauge the size, and so I always do that. But let's take them down and give them away. This is where they will sit. I've got the post directly where my piercing is to give you a really good idea of what that's all about. And that yellow diamond, if you're lucky enough to have a yellow diamond in a ring, oh, to get the earring to go with. What a beautiful way to have a collection, a set, a styling that's totally unique. Not a lot of people are going to have a big yellow diamond in an earring, that's for sure. And we're taking them even lower than this $5,999 price tag. Take another look at them close up, and I'll show you what we got. And here's where this one toppled over. Let me go ahead and put that the upright direction here for you so you can really see what that's about. And get you ready for a better value than not even $3,000. And look at the kind of shine you get. For those that say emerald cuts are lovely, but are they going to give me brilliance? Are they going to show rainbow colors like white diamonds do if it's a yellow? The answer is 100%. Are you seeing that one move right now? I've got purples, oranges, yellows, reds, and pinks all right now as those step facets light up. That's important. And obviously the right one's going to do that too. It's just sitting in a totally different angle. So here's what we've got for you. Better than 3,000. Welcome in. We'll welcome you officially to the top of the hour here. We're 1 minute in, 1 hour down, 2 to go. Let's make this better than 3. Better than even 29. You know what? Skip 2,500. We got to move it out as we are doing jewelry tonight. This is how we make it happen. And this is where, again, better than sale prices, best values possible. Everything you could ever want or hope for in fine jewelry, and the price tags are incredible. Let's make it $1,999. That'll be at $1,999, and that's going to be your value on yellow diamond earrings. Then we've got our official top of the hour coming up as well. We're going to do something else in earrings. A lot of earrings. I just, when you know, I put my earring back in. We'll do some earrings coming up for our top of the hour. We've got a huge diaspora. Love our diaspora that's coming up for you. Limit on everything tonight. So it's an important night to get on the phone lines quickly. We've already seen that in action in the first hour where that was absolutely the case, where again, a lot of people missing out. I apologize if you missed out on anything in our first 62 minutes here. But again, do dial in early. It's always the key to getting in on your values because we are limited with everything we do. Hi, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday night. This is TVON. I'm Lauren Blair, and we've got 2 hours left to go tonight and a big, big special coming up on the way. Now, I'm actually going to skip our Tanzanite earrings for the moment because I've got this diaspora and it's talking to me. It wants to be seen and it wants to be loved. And here's what we'll do. It's our big 4 carat plus. It's also an Asher cut, which in my experience with the diasporas, I remember there have been 2 16 carats that have been very near and dear to my heart because they were so on point with their color and so beautifully done and really showing off their color play. This is a color change stone. So it's not just playing with color like color, you know, we talk about play of color with opals. That's a phenomenon. But if you ask me, it's not quite as cool as the color changing phenomena, which this is giving you. So we're going to move those aside. They're $19.99. They'll go before the night is over. And you know, anything that doesn't, you know what happens. It gets melted down. So here we are. This is one I've been ecstatic about because there's a whole different color range than we usually even see out of the diasporas here. It's 113-0044. And again, if you want to see anything in particular, let me know. We're here to help you with anything you need to see out of our vaults. We can bring them right out for you. We take requests live. That is why, after all, we are here live. So make sure you dial in very, very quickly and we'll help you out. But this is our 408. So really stunning. Now, there's the Tucson show coming up in a matter of weeks. Everyone's gearing up and getting ready. A lot of the folks from all around the world, the international gem community, have already been gathering the states because, well, they might as well. If you're going to make the big long trip out to the United States of America, you might as well see a couple people in Los Angeles or maybe fly to New York and start there and make the cross-country trip to Tucson. Whatever it is, there's a lot of buzz surrounding this trade show because it's been a little quiet in the last couple of years, still kind of getting back on its feet since the pandemic. And this year is expected, 2026, to be the breakout year where Tucson is back. And we're all really excited about it. And we're all really thrilled to just show each other our wares, if you will, but also to see each other and talk gems and, of course, see what's happening in the gemstone marketplace. Well, this is really the stone that it's not new, but it's still newer to the sense that not everybody's aware of it. It's not the household name gemstone yet. There was a time, think back a few decades ago, Tanzanite was not a household name forever. It's really that happens over time as the popularity increases and as more and more folks get exposed to it. That's when the popularity of a gemstone really takes place. Back in, I'll never forget when my mom introduced me to Tanzanite. I was a child. It was the mid 80s. I was a kid and nobody really, for the most part, knew what that was at the time because it was still so new to the States. It was really kind of still a young gemstone, even though it was, you know, discovered in '67. It takes a minute, or in this case, a few decades, to kind of get really well known, if you will. So this is kind of the stage we're at now. We're kind of at the beginning stages, and I know how many of you say to me all the time, I wish I would have gotten in on Tanzanites in the early parts of the mining, and the truth is, well, you've got a chance to do that with the diaspores. Tanzanite now is, we're talking more about something that's probably on its way out sooner than it's something that we can, you know, think back and even reminisce about the early days, because we'll be talking about the extinction of it. Now we're talking about our 408 here, which is 22 points. It is out of Turkey in this case, and it's got 22 points in 2 very large princess cuts. And remember what I always tell you, because it's the truth, about larger diamonds individually are going to be more important, far more important than a lot of smaller stones. So this is where it kind of trips us up every now and then until we realize that 22 points is more significant than a lot of 1 carat mountings that I show you. And that's because you have 2 11-point princess cuts that are still VS white diamonds, and they are fabulous. Now, we also have the white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold option. And that's why I want to show it to you face up. Look at this directly. So there's this pinky red, well, first of all, even moving it side to side with the Asher cutting, rare as can be. Moving it side to side, you're going to see a really special green to golden. Then you see every single, see like the X marks the spot there? It's like a red-orange color coming through, and I know this needs a little extra polishing here. So let me try to do that best I can. Here's what it looks like on the hand though. Oh yeah, I had to take a peek myself. Classic, simple, listen, I know not everybody does this, but we do the most traditional, well-known, popular setting here with this one to make sure it is classic and wearable for one and all. So now we get a chance here to give it away, and it's only the first item of the second hour. So here's what I want to do. I want to scrap the whole $49.99 concept. It's that it reminds me, doesn't it? If you remember the 1680 or the 16 karat 40 I've had in Asher cuts, this is probably looking very familiar as far as the colors it's delivering. And when it's that strong a color change, 100%. Some stones just show it off before you even get into UV light. That's what this is doing, and that's why you're seeing all those different colors you're seeing there. We're going to take it on down, make it really, really affordable, and I'm going to try something here since it's Wednesday night. And oh, we know, busy Wednesday night, big week ahead that we've got for you. Huge, huge, huge announcements. I got to say, what a night to be with us. And let me show you why this moment of this evening is so important. I'm going to put it on the auction block. Not supposed to do that, just supposed to get $49.99 outright. I'm going to make it a lot easier than that right now. We're going to send it out. We're going to try this in an auction. We're going to rely on you to call us because you got to call anyways if you want to get it. But now you get to save a lot of money with that phone call. So when you make that phone call, the money, thousands that I have to save for you because I want you to experience it. And the word is, now the trade show hasn't kicked off yet, but again, a lot of people are here already. I really, especially, this is a very, very busy time. People always ask me, you must just collapse on those Mondays and Tuesdays off when you're not on the air. You must collapse and not speak and just relax, put the feet up, stop. I got to tell you, this month of January, these Mondays and Tuesdays are some of the most packed of the year because, listen, you can't hold me down. And I have met with, last weekend it started, this last couple of days that I didn't see you, I'm going to tell you, I met with 6 different gemstone dealers over the last 2 days. And just catching up, everybody's here. Again, the whole world of gems is here. And because they don't go directly to Tucson. Listen, there's no direct flights like from Indonesia to Tucson. It's a smaller place. It's a smaller city. So it's even hard to get to from Los Angeles, and we're not that far away. So it's one of those places where everybody comes through Los Angeles first. So we have just been, and everyone's here for a couple weeks. And of course, they do the attractions and they do the things and they do all the touristy kind of things. But also, it's a great chance for all of us to meet up and see what's going on and kind of give you a little heads up of what's happening in the trade show. So let's take a look at this. It's not going to be $49.99. We're expecting to see $5,800 a carat on the bigger stones like what you're seeing here, and that's per carat for a loose stone. So that's not going to be the best way to go about it, in my opinion, because even that stone would cost you what? Nearly $25,000, and then you got to go buy a gold band for $2,000, and then you got to go buy big diamonds. That's a lot going on. I'd much rather give you a value that can only happen here and only happen now because we want to get everybody active in this first moment of these of this second hour. So here's what we'll do instead of $49.99. I'm going to put on the auction block and we're going to start at next to nothing. Because why not? Want to get you the chance to own it. It's a really important stone. And I'm not going to start at $4 or $3 or even $2,500. This is when you want to dial. Remember, this is a nice, substantial, solid, heavy gold band. We don't do our band. Look at this. Has a band changed here? I've been here 9+ years. The bands, as we've gone from $600 an ounce to $4,600 an ounce, the bands are still made. Look at the density, the thickness, the width, everything, the depth of the band. All the way this is made, exactly the same. These stones deserve it. You can't start hollowing out pieces or making tinfoil rings now. The stones deserve better. And so we've maintained this incredible gold weight for you. I've got a gorgeous stone. Look at the reds. I mean, the way it's shining through. I love the Asher because we think square, because it is. But then you look at the internal and you see that crisscross shape of faceting that's happening on the inside. It really does look, that's when you know the cutting is perfect and the proportions are exact, because you see that almost X design, which in this case lights up already. And I'm in fluorescent lighting, and it's already lighting up as like this pinky red orange that's so amazing. And it's not $25. Come on over. We're going to go $2,000 to start and make it happen. Let's go $2,000. It's a 408 stone. It's major, it's a moment, it's white, yellow, rose, it's in your size, we get it to your doorstep for free, all that good stuff. And yet, oh wait, I'll tell you about my meeting that's happening next Monday. Ooh, that one's going to send shockwaves through the whole shopping world. But anyway, that's Monday. I know it's a holiday, but you know, no rest for the weary. But here we go, $2,000. No, not yet. All right, how about this? I knock another 500 bucks off. We'll go to $1,500 and we'll get this thing going. 60 seconds to get it started at $1,500. That's not happening on a 4 carat. This is the ideal of colors and color change and size, but still wearable. And this is how the big designers do it. When you have a really important stone, bookend it. Put a big diamond on either side, like we've done here. And speaking of bookends, they're bookended with gold. They've got that semi-bezel. You can call it a semi-bezel if you want. You can call it a channel if you want. It is the 2 sides of each princess cut locked into gold, which is just going to blend right into the band itself. We don't even have $1,500. That is a really cool stone. And when you talk about rarity, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future because there's not as much of this material as there is Tanzanite. So I don't expect it to become a household name, but I do expect it to keep increasing in price. We've watched that happen for 5 or 6 years now. We've watched a steady increase in pricing, even on the wholesale level. We don't have an open at 15, and that is remarkable. We have no increment up there. I'll do 10 bucks. It's basically the teeny tiniest little increment we do, and we'll make this even more interesting. Not 15, not 14. We're going to need your help, guys. We're going to need your help. I just refuse to believe it's the ring. I don't think the ring is the problem. I think this just needs to be a value story. Now, there's $2,000 in the band. That's something we all have to get used to, I know. But notice I'm not asking $2,000. That'd be one thing if we just said, okay, it costs us $2,000 to make the band, so you got to start there, and then we add. And what is the add? That would be the center stone, the diamonds, the labor. So there's 4 components of each ring that you see here. It would be the gold, the center stone, the diamonds, but there's also that intangible, which is the labor because someone put it together by hand. So that's what I know is harder to imagine because it's easier to look at the carat weight. We can't put, labor 3.5 hours. That we don't add on the description, but that's a big part of it too. So when you talk about $2,000 just as a gold component, and then you add the diamonds and add the center stone and add the labor, that's why $1,400 should be making some kind of wave here, and it's not. So I'll tell you what, I'll knock it down one more time and we'll see if we can go for this here. We'll make it $1,300 to start. It's my last and final offer. It's the best I can do. It's actually too good. But that's between you and me, okay? That's just to make sure that we get to the value. So $1,300, let's now give it 60 seconds and we'll see what happens. See what happens. It's a 4 weight. That's pretty obvious. We have color change diaspores pretty regularly, I would say, and you do not see 4 carats for that price. So it's a 408. It's an Asher cut. It's got every bit. If it was dull, if it had no color, if it had no liveliness, if it was just like the champagne color, if it had no greens, what do we always look for? Kiwi greens. We want to see those bright, bright greens. And I know it's so detrimental we don't have a light tonight. I hate that. It just, all the jewelry looks not as good as it should. And that's, again, something that I'll apparently never be able to control. But here's what we have, guys, a $1,300 value. Be ready to be blown away. When you see this in person, when you see this at home, when you're able to watch the color change, because I can't show you, I only got one light. There's only one type of light in the studio. So I can't get into, okay, here's what it looks. But what I can tell you is that when you expose that to UV light, that entire stone is going to go bright red. And you want to see something really cool? It's a phenomenal color changing gem. And this is one of those where I don't have an alexandrite that's going to be $1,300. I don't have a color changing sapphire. I'm just going through the different stones out there that give you color change potential. I can't make an alexandrite that price or a color change sapphire that price or just about anything in gold jewelry that price. So the fact that you've got a color changing diaspore, the new of the moment, the one source stone, all of those things, and we are at $1,300. We just got the open and we got one bidder. Hey guys, this was happening to me a lot last week because I think a lot of people tune out because they just figure, last week was the first week off of a sale. So I think everybody was like, whew, I need a break. I need a respite. I can't shop anymore. I got to tell you, there were so many big values last week. The whole week last week were some of our biggest values of all time. And I've been here 9+ years. That's a lot of value. So the fact that we're continuing and keeping that going, let me tell you, I think it's why we have fewer bidders, though. That's probably why we're seeing just less bidding action. Listen, people can't bid if they're not watching. So this is where you have a mega moment when I'm putting things on the auction block, starting as low as I am. That's $700 less than the band would be by itself. I'm sorry, that's just gold. I can't control it. It's on the world markets. And what I'm telling you about $6,500 an ounce is probably going to happen in the not so distant future. So if you think gold's high now, but that's the thing, we're not charging you for it. That is not, I can't do that band for $1,300 bucks. Cannot do it. So the fact you're getting a finished piece with a real exotic stone, maybe arguably one of the more exotics in the world, and the big diamonds, which are those big princess cuts, and it's at $1,300, and we only have one bidder, let's give it 2 minutes and we'll see it out the door. Last chance, last call, bye-bye, good luck. 2 minutes and we sell it. It'll be out of here, and then we're going to bring in, sure enough, I got a 20-carat Tanzanite. I've got a huge Paraiba. I have a Paraiba necklace that's brand new. A Ferrari designer ring. All of our other Ferrari pieces are gone, so we're going to show you that. We've got emerald, Tanzanite earrings, a Tanzanite round that will blow you away. I mean, it's been so reduced. I had it during the sales show. It was $16,000. Y'all declined. It was okay. I'm bringing it out at a better value tonight. I know you've been asking for the rounds. Look at that. Oh, heaven help me. That is the best looking Tanzanite. And if you've been waiting on a round, you know who you are. We've got the 9-carat plus round. Tonight, top of next hour. It's only 43 minutes from now, so that's going to be happening. And anything you want to ask for, request, let me know, help me out. Let's show you what you need to see. Who's our leader on the auction that's going to get it? Unless we get any bids in the next minute. Patricia. Hi, Patricia in Arizona. Wonder, is she near Tucson? She's probably going to go to that show, and she's going to sell that for 5,800 carat. Wait a minute. Think about what a profit that would be. Now, that's just 5,800 carat for the loose stone. If Patricia's anywhere near Tucson, and if she's got a connection or a way to get in, 5,800 a carat, which is what's projected to happen on the 408, that's a 408 stone. That's $23,664. If she was willing to give that away with free gold and diamonds, she'd be making a profit of $22,300. So that's a quick way to make $22,000. I don't know. I know there are people that make $22,000 a day, but there aren't a lot of them. There aren't a lot of ways to do that outside of like playing a professional sport. That it's tough to make $22,000 a day. And Patricia's in a position she could do that. Just saying. But here we are. $1,300, once, twice, 3 times. Patricia, it's yours. Done, gone, congrats. All right, let's get to our fabulous zircon. I'm just going to blow this out. This is a really, really good zircon. It's a heart, sort of. It's technically a pear shape, but it's in a heart-shaped setting. So from a distance, it's going to look like a heart shape. And it's item number 1126969. And I got to zoom back, and I got to hold it up for you because this one's a leaner. It just doesn't want to be because it's got that's like, you know, doing ballet when it's got to stand on that point. So it's really tricky for these to stand completely evenly for you. But look at that blue zircon. It's a pear shape, wants to be a heart shape. It's got the double halos that are going to help that along. It's our 502 with a carat 35. Well done, Patricia on the diaspora. Gosh, I envy you guys. You guys who sit at home and pick up these values at these prices. I make jewelry for a living. I have businesses outside of this one. I'm going to tell you something. You literally get jewelry for less than the price you can make it. I don't know how much more simply I can put it, but that is a fact. Take it from someone who's in the trenches making jewelry every day. And it's not glamorous. It's not as glamorous as you might think. It's really, though, and I work really hard at it with a lot of connections that I utilize. And I'll tell you, you can't make jewelry for this price. You can't. I'm envious of you guys. You get to sit back and just let the pieces come to you. No work, just a phone call. Here we are with 1126969. It's our 502. Let's take a look at this on and really wow you here with this value because one only, it's in the white, yellow, or rose gold. You will get to choose your gold color on this one. Why not? Make it your own. That's what it looks like. One of our most dazzling, bright electric blues in the zircon. Remember, these babies are mined out. There is no more nada. You're not getting any more out of Cambodia. It's the only place we've ever had the blue zircons out of the ground. So here's your chance to pick up a major private collection, presentation grade, all of that. And then the fancy cut on top of it with the big carat 35 in diamonds. Used to be, you remember when it was $79.99? During my sale, I had 10% off that. And we miss it, right? You shouldn't. $79.99 with 10% off is still $7,200. I will make this far, far better than $7,200. And if you don't believe me, you just got to watch. And if you really think you might want to be putting that on your hand in a couple of days, you've got to call because it's not $7,200. It's not even close. And this is a carat 35. So I'm just going to give you a fair warning here. We're going to blow it out for less than the price of the mounting, I promise you. And again, who knows better? Do you want to buy? I'm not just here to like just talk on TV. It's about making jewelry. And I can tell you right now, I can't make that. It's 2026. It's January 14th. I can't make this designer mounting alone without the blue zircon for the price I'm about to give you. So this is the time you take what you can. I know we all want to buy everything, but I'll tell you what, be selective, get what you love, get what you don't have. If you don't have a stone like this is your moment to add it to the collection, because you'll see CM prices and look forward in the future and go, I wish I would have picked up that one. Here's how you do it. $2,999 blowout. That's what I'm offering right now. It's under $3. That's the first time that's ever happened. That's a huge extra discount from where it's ever been. And that's why you definitely want to take advantage of that blue zircon while you can. And you're even changing the gold if you want to. There's no charge for that. What about the sizing? No charge for that. What about getting it from us to you? There's no charge. This is what it's really all about, and that is $29.99. Zircon lovers, you go for it. You get it, and you also have that money-back guarantee as well. That's also still happening on all of these discounts and all of these items. So if you think it's too good to be true, nonsense. You try it out and see it for yourself. Let's get to our Tanzanite blowout. I've got Tanzanite pendants. At the top of the hour will be this ring. And I'm going to show you again, and I'm going to keep the zircon. And I'm pretty much buying everything that you guys don't take at this point because I'm a reseller too. So I'm a manufacturer, I'm a reseller, and a designer, and a host. So that's a lot of, I think I got all the bases covered. I do everything but mining because, you know, the nails. So here's what we do. I'm not going to do well in the mining part of it, but I have great partners that do the mining because that's what they like to do. They like to get down and dirty, quite literally. So I leave that in their very capable hands. But here's what we have for you. Is a little preview of what's coming up in exactly. Are you ready for it? It's 36 minutes and 30 seconds away. And it's the round that you've been asking for, and it's a 9 carat plus. And when I say round, it's a perfect round. It's glittering, it's Portuguese cut, it's wearable. If you're saying to me, I don't know if I can do 9 carats, you can do 9 carats. Watch this. It's got the amazing diamonds around it on the sides, 3 on each side. They're big. This is what's happening at the top of the hour. Now, I know, do not tell me I saw that during the sale. You can, I know you did. I was here. I was the one showing it. I was proudly presenting this at $15,999. It was 16 grand. I was proudly offering it to you at 10% off. That was about 2-3 weeks ago. What I'm going to do tonight is worthy of a Wednesday, a wild Wednesday. So this will be coming up. It's 9886, just for the record, because you might remember it. It's my 909, and it's got really big diamonds on the side that total 1 carat exactly among 6 stones. So that will be happening at the top of the hour. And look how wearable this is, because there's a lot of you that'll say, I'm just not sure. Do you know how many people I've converted into big gem and jewelry gals that thought they liked teeny tiny jewelry, and then over the years, sometimes it took decades, sometimes it took years, but we've converted gals into like, hey, I can wear the big jewelry. I can wear the big stones. And this is where that 9 carat weight, look at that. Who else is just lost in the colors right now? The neons, the glow, the red, this is perfection. Museum Reserve, it's actually a step up. I'll tell you about that when we get there. So that's 35 minutes from right now. So if you need to set an alarm, if you were thinking about, I don't know, leaving me, don't, because 35 minutes from now, that's what's coming up. So make sure you're with us for that. I'm going to keep showing this zircon until it goes $29.99. Guys, we're not leaving anything here. We're not leaving things here. That is too good. These values warrant opportunity. Let's show you our 1 carat 27 multicolored Ferrari diamond piece. I know, since I flashed it about 30 minutes ago, y'all have been bugging me going, forget the zircon, forget the, I want to see that multicolored diamond ring. Well, here you go. It's a one only, and it's 1130012. Check this thing out. Who asked for lots of colors? More colors than just 1 or 2 or 3. We got them all right now. This is 112, or actually 1130012. It is our 14 karat solid gold piece with that bright, I mean, what is it? Pinky red. It's got that pinky red center, greens, champagnes. It's more greens than anything, really. A lot of green diamonds, bright yellows. There's that lavender off to the side. I'm seeing a light blue somewhere. It's off to the left. This is 127 total weight in your diamonds, and no, it's not going to stay here. So I would advise calling in quickly. It's only in the yellow gold. We'll size it for you. That's not even something the big designer does. If you shop them full board retail and you spend $16,000 on the ring, you're still not going to get free sizing. That's an extra charge. That is an upcharge for sizing everywhere you go. I don't know anybody who does free sizing. If you do, let me know. I want to give them their props. I'm in the jewelry business in every way you can be. I don't know anybody who does free sizing. Nobody. So it's a big, big deal to do that. And especially now, I was telling you the other day, I just had to go look, went into a local store, not a big fancy schmancy store, just a local mom and pop in a strip mall here in Los Angeles. And it was $800 per size, up or down, either way. That's a lot of money to spend for sizing. So here's what I would do. Take that and run with it. Here's our great value. I'm just going to give this away. This is that big, big designer style. Now, most of these designs that have had the multicolors are just yellows and champagnes. This is far beyond that. So we have to consider that a little more beyond. I know you're seeing the carat weight of 127, and it's easy to just look at that. Make sure you remember this is about this particular collection and being the superstars that they are. We're halfway through our Wednesday night. Do not wait to dial in. Come on, guys. Let's help each other get these big values. This is one of those that I don't know where you're going to duplicate it. The Argyle mine's closed. The best material's gone. Here's how we need to make this happen to make it affordable, because this is the best value on this designer anywhere. And it's our last piece of the show tonight with this designer name and without the designer price tag. And look at all those different diamonds. Quality you ask for? Do you ask for quality? Someone said to me the other day, I'm very concerned that you're bringing major designers because the major designers aren't as good at quality. Well, most of them are not. It's so true. It was so cute because I thought, is that not a compliment? A backhanded one, but a compliment, right? I mean, it's a little bit kind of not so great for the designer. It's true. Do you know there's most designers, and I'm talking big ones that you've heard of, that we will not show, and we do not sell, and we do not offer. And that is because their quality is not up to snuff when it comes to TVON standards. This one, well, we're very selective about their pieces, and we hand select them. And this is something we did not have. These multicolored, we brought our fair share of the yellows and the pinks and the purples, etc. But to bring them all together in one ring in these multicolored designs is something different. And that's where you realize you're getting into a world of color of diamonds here that doesn't exist in most places, not naturally. And that's what we have. Are we thinking $39.99, or is that just too rich? That's too much. Let's start giving away jewelry. We've got 91 minutes to do it. We are 31 minutes away from the 9-carat Tanzanite that I'm going to give away. This one looks like, well, it's gorgeous. Look at the inside. Finished on the inside. Gorgeous on the hand, which I'm going to show you next. It's got a little bit of elevation to the profile as well, so everything's going to sit up a little higher, giving it those V-shaped profile gallery views, so it gives you a lot of light to those diamonds. Here's what it looks like. Oh, yeah. And it bows out a little bit so that its widest point is through the middle, and then it just tapers ever so slightly on the sides. I will not do 39. Now, let's think about this. Every sorority piece I've ever brought you has sold. Why would that be? Because I'm giving them away. That's why you want to be on the phone lines quickly. You don't just have an entire line disappear moments after it debuts because it's just good. We already know that our shoppers, you guys are keyed in on value. So it has to be both great jewelry and a better value. That's what it's about. And to see a designer that's offered at a discount, most designers don't discount. So that's extra special. And what about the fancy colored diamonds? They're not exactly getting any easier to get a hold of, and they're certainly not getting cheaper. So to do this for less than $3 or $2 or $19.99 is what makes the headline. And why you need to be on the phone lines right now, because it's not 19, 18, 17. I'll keep on going. We're going to get it gone. We're going to do what we need to do and move jewelry. That is the objective here. Next 89 minutes I've got, it's to move the jewelry. Nothing else is important except that fact. Moving it. So instead of 17, not 1777, even though well worth it. Allison, not thinking about it? Nope. All right. Here's what we got. Nobody's on the phone lines. I think we've lost our signal. We've lost our feed. We've lost our broadcast signal. Whatever it is, I got to tell you, I'm going to make sure you get here right now to enjoy this ring that you wear with everything. If you want to stack it up next to something, you could. You wear it, you enjoy it, you live in it. It becomes your new staple everyday signature style. And most people in the world will never have seen a yellow diamond, let alone yellows, pinky purples, greens, all the bright oranges that are here, the champagnes, the fawns, everything. It looks like you've been collecting. It looks like you've invested millions of dollars collecting individual stones throughout decades, and then you went to an artist and said, sketch a rendering, and then we'll work with the jeweler, and we'll put it in the CAD system, and we'll make a mold, and then we'll make the casting, and then we'll set the stones, and oh my goodness, is anybody else just hearing cha-ching, 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 like dollar signs, right? That is expensive to do. Not to mention the inherent money you put into getting that collection, whereas this is all one ring ready to go. Let's make it even better than 17. Think about what that takes to put something like that together, and we're going under $1,500. It will not be $14.99. Going even lower than that. Why not? I got to give away jewelry. I'll give away jewelry. Listen, I know how to do it. I know what to do. I know how to do this. I know how to lose money on every piece. We can do it right now. And we're not doing 14 or 13. Oh no. One of the most affordable items we've had from this designer altogether. I'll make it $1,299. That's it. And we got to move it. And we'll give it 60 seconds until it goes. And then we got Tanzanite earrings on the way. We'll bring out the big round in about 27 minutes. That's coming up. The big round will be here. The 909. Can't wait. The big diamonds. And it's beyond museum reserves. We'll talk about that. Plus there's Paraiba necklace. Also a ring. One ring is here. It's our 74-pointer. All right, no sorority lovers, are we all done? Because we're almost done with the piece. Almost done with the collection, actually. I don't think they're going to want to have too much. I mean, the word's out now, and that's not real good because what they want to do is obviously keep their prestige. And so the word's kind of gotten out that, have you seen what TVON? Have you seen sorority on TVON? So the word is getting out, so they're kind of saying, okay, you had your fun, no more. Now, granted, they didn't realize I was going to be up here doing, discounts like this. So whatever. You know me, making friends every day with the industry, but that's okay. If I'm hated by the industry, that's good because it just means I'm doing something special with pricing. Yeah. Okay, we'll try it on again, sure. Is there any finger they want to see it on besides the ring finger where I had it on before, or they just want to see it on normally? Like, yeah, you got it. There it is one more time. We're verifying on this one. A little different here. That's got some of the really bright, deep, dark stones there. We're verifying. $12.99. It's like a giveaway. I'm sorry, there's $2,000 of gold. So what more? What more can I do? I'm giving you a carat 27. First of all, I'm giving you $700 back in your pocket off of what the gold alone should be. Then you got the carat 27 in the diamonds that not a one is a white diamond. And I love white diamonds and they're expensive. If they're good quality white diamonds are like $38,000 a carat right now. So listen, white diamonds are nice. But they're still not as nice or as rare as, let's just face it, I mean, nice is more of an objective thing, like that's, really subjective, really. When we go objective, let's just talk about what we can be objective about. That is the fact that simply fancy colored diamonds are more valuable than white diamonds. They just are. They're just more limited, they're just more rare, and when you get into natural stones that didn't get any treatment, and please ask those questions. A lot of you have asked me, well, what is that company doing? What is that company doing? I can't speak on other companies. You need to feel free to ask them because you can't make assumptions. If you're going to make an assumption today outside of TVON, it's probably that the stones are either man-made completely or treated to get their color. There are very few natural colors out there, and when they're affordable like this, you can pretty much rely on the fact that they're probably man-made. That's where we differ. That's where our value story comes into play, is that ours are natural, and yet you're getting this big value. So that'll be $12.99. We're gonna move on. We've got the Tanzanite earrings. Oh, I love them. They're so fabulous. They're very, very important Tanzanite earrings, and they're what I think is a priority because cutting is so important on every stone, but it becomes, I think, really important when you're talking about an earring stud because you know that not everyone's gonna be as close to your earrings. The stones themselves aren't as big as what we typically wear in rings because they've got a smaller bit of real estate to live. So obviously you want them to be what? Standout superstars in cut and color. We're always about the color. Well, we bring us Blue Wing Block Ds, but now we had this pair, specialty cut out of museum reserve faceted materials, one of our big stones, and we're bringing you the trillions. Now it's 8652. It is our 142 carat weight. This is not a little itty bitty teeny tiny stud. This is a big stud. And this is also given the diamond halo around it. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Any gold you want, if it's white or yellow. No rose gold, which I have yet to see anyone shop rose gold in Tanzanite. There's actually, true story, there's a rose gold ring here. Well, it's a Tanzanite, and it's got a halo of rose gold. The rest is white gold. The whole band with the diamonds is all white gold. But the halo is rose gold, and you guys won't touch the thing with a 10-foot pole. I could put it up for $1 and nobody would buy it, seriously. It's just, you guys are not a fan of the rose gold and Tanzanite, and totally understand that. So we're offering these in the two traditional and classic and most beloved colors of gold, which are white and yellow. So this is our carat 42. That, by my math, tells me that we have really close to 3/4 of a carat in each. That is a 71 pointer and a 71 pointer, so you're nice and balanced there, and you've got the halo. 19 points in diamonds in the halo. Please choose your gold color. There's going to be a centered post and a butterfly backing as well. And we're going to blow them out. How do we do this? How do we get callers on the line at 6:37 p.m. on a Wednesday, January 14th of 2026? We'll mark it down because we're about to embark on a major value. So come on in, because those are big stones, and we cannot deny the fact that I know you're looking at a carat weight that's carat 42, but there are two stones that are matching and identical and neon and reds, and these will look great with the round because there are two stones that sparkle better than all the rest. And that's thanks to the cutting. It is the round and the trillion. You hear me out, guys. You are not going to get better sparkle and saturation out of anything any more than you will a round or a trillion. Those are the definitive best, the pinnacle when it comes to giving sparkle and brilliance. And I don't know anybody who doesn't like sparkle and brilliance if you like gems and jewelry. It's a big reason why some people, myself, really like jewelry to begin with, is the sparkle, is the brilliance, the dance, the liveliness, the personality they have. That is crazy to say. Is a personality with an inanimate object? Yeah, it is. They have a soul. They are from the earth. They are Mother Nature made. And this is some of the most dynamic, brilliant, bright, saturated, downright gorgeous material you can get. And look at that. There's the size, 3/8 of an inch top to bottom. I'm going to show them to you on. It's a center post. So you can point them any which direction you want. They're equal lateral sides. So you've got kind of the same look no matter what. Point is, you can just make them straight up and down, off to the side, diagonal, however you want, right? Point them straight down, point them straight up, point them to the side, whatever you want to do. But we need a value. We need the value story, and that's what I got. I'm holding it right there. And if you have blue wing block D, if you have one of the ovals, cushions, emerald cuts, ashers, pear shapes, anything, it's going to go with this one. And that's the key, is getting that amazing blue wing block D saturation. That's what you want. Back to the wheel we go. Let's take them on down. White or yellow gold. Make sure you dial, because I don't think these are going to last, and you're still getting red flashes even out of the quote-unquote smaller stones, because why? It came from a 22 karat museum reserve. That's why these trillions are bright the way they are, saturated with red flash. And you know what I'm going to do? Skip $39.99. I know that there are literally thousands of TVON shoppers that have a blue wing block D ring and do not have a pair of earrings. We have a system that allows us to look at that. So guys, when we have thousands and thousands and thousands of shoppers that are satisfied and loving their ring, and they might be thinking about an earring to go with it just to complete the set, here's how you do it. And let me see if I can make jewelry affordable. Because it's like the whole world is looking to me to do it. Because at this point, who else is going to do that? Who else is going to make fine jewelry? Not junk jewelry. That's a loving term. That's one of my so I say that lovingly because that's what one of my grandmothers, my paternal grandmother, always called her jewelry junk jewelry. And they, I came from very frugal, humble beginnings, and I will tell you, that was all she had, and she was proud of that. She had costume jewelry, and she let me rummage through it as a kid, and it's a big reason why I love jewelry the way I do today as an adult. But it was junk jewelry. It was crystals and faux everything and faux this and faux that and brass and things like that. And I just, you know what, gorgeous just the same. But it's like at this point, here I am so many decades later, and really, there's a tremendous responsibility. This may sound dramatic, but there's a tremendous responsibility when you are the face of fine jewelry on television for 2.5 decades and counting, and you've always been known to bring the values, and we live in a world where they don't exist anymore. I better be bringing the values, because that's what I feel this tremendous responsibility to do so, because we've never seen the world be like it is today, ever. So this is where the values, you understand, get even bigger. They get bigger, because I'm not asking for 39. I just need a caller. That's all I need. And there isn't one yet, and that's a shame, because, you know, when you get down to it, someone's going to call in and be late. They're going to be a little late. They're going to miss out. We can't do 39, because guess what? Nobody's, and isn't that funny? That's the today price. I should literally be getting $4,000 and happily, and someone should be rejoicing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got the value. This is not 4,000. It just shows, I think, over the last how many ever years you've been watching, if you've been watching me here or anywhere else, value. And let's continue to do so in an impossible era. That's what I'm doing. It makes the values I'm giving you tonight better than every other single day I've done this, and it's been 25 years. That's a lot of days of bringing value. And this is honestly best ever. Not even going to be 3,000, 2,000, even 1999, and nobody's on the phone line, so you have a clear, straightforward runway right now to beat everybody else out there and get them for yourself, and get them for a loved one, and get them as a gift, or get something that you want to just save. If you want to resell it, that is your prerogative. You can go ahead and resell it and make tons of money if you want to. That's up to you. I don't control what you do with the jewelry. I'm here to bring you the value. And the second caller, third caller, fourth caller, 100th caller, 50th caller, whatever it is, you're all going to miss out. I just want to give away jewelry for the next hour and 17 minutes I get to do it today. And then we'll do it again tomorrow if I'm so lucky. It's not going to be 19. One caller. We're getting warmer then, but they haven't said sold yes yet, so let's make it even better than 19. 1,500! Big time stones, almost 3/4 of a carat each on either one, surrounded in diamonds. You choose the gold color. You don't need sizing because it's an earring. Do you have an ear piercing? That's the only thing you need to know. If the answer is yes, they'll fit. If you want a beautiful Tanzanite trillion, we got the round coming up. I'm getting worried about the round. If I can't give away Tanzanites like this for $1,500, what are we going to do with a 9-carat, $16,000 round? I have no idea. Stay tuned and find out. Yeah? Yes. Talked about it, showed you. I'll do it again. Here it is. Right there. I mean, as centered up as you can get on a trillion, right? You put it right there in the middle. We're not doing 15. Apparently not. This is just wild. Just stand up here going, well, what's it going to take? I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? We're going to find a way. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Listen, I don't know. But when sterling silver is thousands of dollars and platinum, which has nowhere near the value of gold, is thousands and thousands, I would say we're at a value. If you see anything that I have under $3,000, that's a value. This is now 11. How about 10.99? How about we really just, this is like truly scrap. This is scrap price. That just means take the stones out, keep them. Take the diamonds out, keep them. Scrap metal price here. Just the gold price, I'm going to do the whole pair. And it's for, again, one caller, and then we're 15 minutes away from seeing what the heck is going to happen with the 909 ring. I have no concept of what's going to need to happen, but trust me, I'll get it out the door just like I'm going to do the earrings. They're $999 for the pair. $999 for a carat and a half of trillions cut from museum reserve. Wowza. There we go. $999. Go for it. 60 seconds, Tony, please. I still have a Tanzanite pendant, too. I got two of them. I got a 20 carat and a half. That's not going to go. And then a 211. And then we've got, what else? The ring. The 909. I got to figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know. Don't know. But this is giveaway time. I would tell, no, maybe you guys know, don't tell friends, do you? I say tell a friend, but everyone's going, why would I tell a friend about these values? The more people I tell, the less that are here from me. I'm not telling a friend. I ain't telling nobody about this value. This is my secret shopping spot. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it again. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put them on the ear again. You got it. There we go. So I have a piercing. It's seen better days. It just is ugly. But look at that. I'm putting it right where the piercing is. So wherever your piercing is, that's going to still be centered on the earring itself, so you don't have to see the piercing itself. That will cover, if it covers my piercing, it's going to cover your piercing. Center and post, butterfly backings, post, Let's take another look up close and let's see who's got them, because we got a couple people talking about them. Allison, yes, no? No. She says all that, and no, I can't convince them. Okay. Big emerald is here. We got a nice emerald. 80 point, super clean. Here's the muzo. Look at that muzo mine. Double halo, split shank. Love it. So the 909, I'm going to have to wait on that. We're not doing that. I mean, you can't put up those earrings and then have a 9-carat 09 $16,000 ring. I don't know, guys. What are we going to do? Look at that. And that's not in focus, and look how good it looks. I mean, that is really what best of the best is all about. I've been waiting on that one. We had it during the sales show. I begged them, and I mean begged them not to melt it. And all we get to do is try and give that away. And I'm kidding, we got to bring it out. I know if I promoted it, I got to show it. I can't promote it and save it. You're here, you're waiting. It's 12 minutes away. We'll show you that 9-carat 09 in the Tanzanite round. Oh, wait till you see what we have. So many exciting things, and yet 900, I'll skip it, I'll move on. We got a Paraiba necklace, that's so good. This is, I don't know where this has been. I've never seen it before. Look at this on the hand shot here. And I know it's going to shadow for a minute, but there it is. Look at that. That's a Paraiba. Now, wait a minute. I just looked at that. Hold on. Something's up with that. I'm seeing a carat weight on my bag, but I'm looking at the necklace the way you are going, something is terribly, should we take it out and measure that stone? Or should we just give it away? That stone is huge. I mean, look at that. You guys see that? You know what these perspectives are all about. That stone is big time. I don't know, it says like a half carat. I don't know about that. Looks like a 1 carat all day. We do have an emerald as well. We'll get to that. Let's do our little, we're going to go back up close. Sure. The earrings are, it was a flash. It was just a, I don't know, see if you guys share the same opinion I do. That looks big to me. We're going to get you a quick flash here of our 20 carat. Just FYIs here. If you need a 20.5 carat Tanzanite, I got one. Here's what a 20.5 carat Tanzanite looks like. Here is, I'm going to do a little pendant assortment. We've got pendants here as well. We have the big emerald. We've got the round coming up, and then I'm out of jewelry. So tell me what requests you have, because we got another hour and 10 minutes to go. Look at this Paraiba. Oh yeah, let's get this one out the door, because I got a new price tag on this round. And this is in a designer mounting, diamonds. Who else is like me and likes those diamonds on the side profile, where you've got diamonds from every which direction? You got it here. It's item number 112-6436. Look at this, double row. Look at that, double, and forgive, there's like a little inventory tag, so there's that residue there. I've got a double split shank here. The diamonds around the halo, look at this though, all done in diamonds. There's actually 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. The difference is it's 2 rows on the profile. 2 rows that you see. Item number is 112-6436. It's 18 karat gold. It's a 1 only, and this is a stellar 74-point round. Paraiba. Just one of the most expensive, valuable, wonderful stones in the world. It's my favorite, so I'm partial to it. I like it. I just like the color. I do. I wouldn't care if it's rare or not. It's like icing on the cake that it happens to be rare. I like the color because after all, it's jewelry. So, you know, with stamps and collecting other things like collectibles, you know, you don't need to like it necessarily. If it's collectible, right? You don't need to like it because you're not putting it on your body. Think of different things you collect: coins, stamps, baseball cards. Think about what you collect. Now me, I collect something else. I collect handbags. I get to wear those. But they don't appreciate in value, I'll tell you that. Jewelry is like the only collectible I can think of that not only do you get to wear, but also you get to enjoy day by day. And as you do get that wear and enjoyment out of it, it's actually appreciating in value. That just doesn't happen. So therefore, it can't just be something that's sold based on, hey, it's rare. Like, that's not how this works. It's not only got to be like rare and a smart investment, which all jewelry is at this point. It has to be something you like. And that's why, listen, we got all kinds of jewelry because we got all kinds of people. So we bring you things, but this is a stone. Jason, are you already thinking about this one? We have the necklace coming up to match it. Yeah. Oh, the earrings? It's item number 6436. I thought they were on this one. They're not. So this is good news. You got an open moment here to get in. Very quickly on what is 18 karat. Isn't that nice too? That extra special 18 karat gold that you're getting. And it is like, again, it's a nice chunky heavy ring here because it's got such a beautiful way it sits up and stacks up and split shank. So it's like 2-in-1. But it's really like 4-in-1 because, again, you're doing that heavy gold on the side profiles. I'll show you when it's on. Plus, you're showcasing a 74 point and around. That's special. You can stack beautifully next to it if you choose to. Hello, look at that. Diamond pave in that arc, in that diamond side to side. Same thing going on this side, too. So I wouldn't actually recommend stacking anything because you can, and it'll sit well. But then you're going to miss out on those diamonds that are also beautifully done on the side profile. So I'd say wear it as one beautiful ring that kind of looks like you already stacked 2 rings underneath the center. We've got the round. It's a Peridot 2 in diamonds. It's heavy, heavy, heavy. And tonight, I'm bringing you the lowest darn price it ever can be and will be. And I know that residue from the tag doesn't look great, but again, it won't be there when you get it because it's going to be sized and polished after. So size to what you need for free, all that. 18 karat white gold is how it stays. We only have the one. And here we go. A big moment for our Tanzanite or Paraiba lover, and Tanzanite soon to come. 6 minutes till the Tanzanite gets here. And I think that might be what everyone's waiting on. I'm getting a couple of you asking about it. Yep, the 909 coming up in 6.5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. But here's what we have on the Paraiba, one only. It is 18K. It used to be $99.99. I don't know if you can tell, but that item number is quite old. So it's been here a minute. It's been here a while. And now it gets to be a lot less than 99, then 89, then 79, then even $49.99 cut into it. How about $5,000 taking the old price, cutting that in half, so suddenly we end a cost. And now it gets to go lower than 49. And this is, hear me out when I say lowest price ever. That is, I think, really critical, but it's also the lowest price that it can be. So it's not just the lowest price that it's ever been historically in the many years it's been here, it's also as low as it's going. Because, well, if I know you guys and we know Paraibas and we know the collectible status that they have, we know it's going today. There's no question. It's not staying here. And that's because, and I know this is, you can't judge it like every other stone. You can't say it's 74 points. I could get yes, you could get a Tanzanite for less money. You can get just about anything in the world of gems for less money than Paraiba because that's the status it has in rarity. So it just is a higher end stone. And that's why it's even remarkable it's up for sale. And not just for sale, but on sale. It's not $3,999. There goes another $1,000 back in your pocket. And we're not even asking for $39. This is how you shop for jewelry. This is how you do it. And we're going to make it even better, and that's why lowest price ever. And then we've got a request for Pam. Oh, Pam, you've got great. Does she know we have a bigger one? Because is this a specific request? Oh, okay. You got it. Pam, we got it for you. Trapiche coming up, which is fun because everyone goes, what's a trapiche? We'll talk about it. This Paraiba will not be 39, 38, 37. This is all-time best price. You get the round, which is also very special. That's a step up. To get a round, extremely special. It's not $37.77. I'm blowing it out. And it's 18 karat gold. That's an upgrade. And it's all this heavy 18 karat gold because of the way it's built up, because of the way it stands. I'll make it $36.99, first caller. That's it, $3,699, one only there. And then we're going to move on to Pam's request, Trapiche time in a pendant. Trapiche emerald with no diamonds. Well, scratch that. There's one. It's a yellow diamond. We'll talk about that coming up. And then we've got our 909. It will be time for the 909 Museum Tanzanite, the Museum Reserve. let's face it, the museum's never going to get it when I have what I have planned tonight. So yeah, museum no longer. How about your museum? And I don't even require you to show me that you've incorporated a museum. I'm not going to require that. If your museum is your jewelry box, that's fine. That's okay. They don't need to be in the big, center of a city where you're charging strangers admission. I mean, if you want to, that's your prerogative. But this is where your own jewelry box should be your museum. And we got it. Okay, so let's take a look at this Trapiche. It's 1125-203. That's going to go Paraiba, no question. Look at this. Oh, how pretty is this with the yellow diamond? It just needs some help here. It needs some TLC. It's got the Trapiche emerald, so we got the T, and we've got the Trapiche. And we've got the yellow diamonds burnished into that bale. It's our 227 Trapiche. Here's what it, oh yeah, finished solid. You even have room for engraving if you wanted to do that outside of just the hallmark. And here's what it looks like, the 6-spoke style of a Trapiche emerald with, well, that's a standout. The bright, bright, bright Muzo green throughout. Yellow diamonds, 3 of them. Set in a style where it all comes to that point. That's the top, so that'll be your bale. That's where you're going to put your favorite chain right back behind that little point there that you have. That's what it looks like from a distance. Let me give you length on it. There is a new markdown on this one, Pam, too. So it used to be $59.99. I don't know if you remember that being back here in the day, but there it is at 7/8 inch top to bottom. I'll try it on the neckline for you as well, and we'll show it here. And you can see that's really the highlight here is the fact that it's got those bright green segments showing through the 6-spoke style. That is what makes a Trapiche, and super, super rare as it is. And then, of course, you've got those yellow diamonds. We'll take another look at it up close. Come on over, and we'll bring it on down from that $59.99. This is one of the more, again, great with following a Paraiba, because it's another one of those real super rares. And we'll blow it out for only $1,999, as we now have about 90 seconds until we get to our 909. And again, finished on the inside, solid all the way through. That stays in the yellow gold, though, which, well, that makes sense with the yellow diamonds. I don't know if you'd want that any other way with the yellow diamonds that are set within that almost before the bale, really. Part of the design that leads down to that Trapiche prong set, the fact you're getting that glow. And I think that's also remarkable that we finished it in the back like we did, and yet you're still seeing the transparency through those sections the way you are. That's really unusual to see. You might expect that to be taken away a bit or taken down a notch when you have it finished on the back side. That's really there for the comfort, the smoothness against your neckline, that obviously additional gold that you're getting, but also that way that that is still showing that glow really speaks volumes about that Trapiche. They're all rare, but to see that kind of glow coming through, very important. So that should be on its way. $19.99 gets you a $4,000 savings. And then we've got our 909 coming up for our last hour. Last hour of the show is upon us. We've still got a Paraiba necklace. That'll be interesting, because again, with the 71 pointer or 74 pointer still here, we'll see what does that mean for the necklace I'm going to bring out, because we don't do Paraiba necklaces. I don't think I've ever had one. Pendants, yes, but a full, complete necklace, that's a different story. So we'll have that coming up for you in this last hour. Any requests you have, that's our first one of the night for Pam, and let us know we have other Trapiches, Pam, for you as well. They'll just be a little bit larger. Yes. Okay, good. So Pam's going to say no to that one, guys. So here's the deal. Anyone can take it. Let's move on and show you our top of the hour. And then we'll welcome you in. Here it is. Been waiting for this. And it's in essence had a preview, but it was weeks and weeks ago at $16,000. And with a big sale event, it stuck around, and I literally had to charge in the following day, on and off day, say, stop. Don't even think about melting that. Give it another chance here. Welcome into our very, very last hour of our Wednesday night. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. This is TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. Glad to be with you tonight. We got another hour left, so here's what we're going to do. Been showing this to you. We've been talking a little bit about it. Very excited to bring you what we have here, because it is a 9-carat 09. This is really our top of our museum reserve. It's the 909 stone, but of course, staying balanced as it is, you get the balance of a round. Rounds and anything square 2 different shapes that are going to allow you to wear, even if you thought you couldn't wear a bigger stone, this allows you, certainly makes it more feasible to do so because it really distributes that carat weight that is larger among a smaller area. You've got, again, it's a round, so anything round or square makes it a little bit more wearable. I'm not saying it makes it look small, not at all. It just makes it more wearable because it's balanced on the hand. And in this case, we didn't go building and building and building around it to make it too lengthy for everybody. Really wanted to keep it classic with the 3 huge diamonds that are on either side. That's 1 carat, 6 stones. So they're mighty fine diamonds. And again, remember what we always tell you about diamonds when they're larger, how much more important they are to get larger individual diamonds rather than a lot of small diamonds. So look at the reds here coming through. Pretty epic when you see this one for what it is. This dynamic, nobody else in the world has it. Museum reserve, and I'm talking about, yes, of course, Blue Wing Block D is exclusively ours, but you have the fact this is museum reserve. Now, it was $15,999 a couple of short weeks ago with a 10% off. That would have been $1,600 of savings, which sounds great until you realize that's still $14,000 plus. I'm going to make this better. We're going to make it affordable, and we're going to wow you. It's our 9 carat 09. 1 carat in diamonds and solid gold in any gold you want. That is white, yellow, or rose. You are going to choose your gold color. So really amazing there. Now we also have, look at these big diamonds, 1 carat among 6. You can see they're slightly graduated. So the largest ones are right next to your round, and then they will just slightly decrease from there. But it's important to remember that those are on average 17 points or so, on average. Now, 16,000. So during a sale event that was kind of lively, everyone said no thank you in the most polite and wonderful of ways. Everyone said no thanks, can't do it. The stone, though, was talked about, was asked about. Some of you asked me to put it aside and reserve it. I literally came the following day on an off day and came in and said, please don't melt that. We need to show that one more time. Now, little did I know that on January 14th, we get a chance to bring it to you on a night like tonight, when I've been telling you since last Wednesday how these are even better than sale pricing. I think you've probably seen it if you've watched any of the last 17 hours since of airtime and sales and events and pieces. You know that. You've seen it with your own eyes. Watch what I'm going to do here. And when we're looking at a stone like that, that has that kind of pronounced beauty, and I know there's so many, I get it. Sometimes the rounds will take away a little bit of the red flash and it won't be as neon. That is not happening here. This has got every bit, the reds and the neon, and by the way, look at that, and really just pronounced color, but it'll look even better in person. They always do, because this light is still a little more bright than what you're going to be seeing at home. So here's how you wear it. I just want to show it on the hand here because it's so, again, it's balanced. It's easy for anybody to wear, I would say. You don't need to have this really large hand, these really long fingers to wear it. It sits really beautifully on the hand with those diamonds stopping right at the point where the side fingers will meet. So you can still stack around it if you want to. It really works well with that larger size round in the middle. This is great next to a Wonder Ring. If you wanted to add, let's say your yellow or your pink or your white diamond Wonder Rings, it works well with that. Otherwise really meant to be worn all on its own with that standout stone in the middle. The question begs, what on earth do we need to do? I got to tell you, I think the Tanzanite earrings, they sold, right? But that took a minute. That took a minute, and that was a really screaming deal. This is going to be a luxury that not everybody has afforded because, well, nobody else has this material outside of TVON. We're in our last final days with it. It's been 7 years running, nothing but this material. There is an end. There is an end. There has been a finite amount of the material since the very beginning, and we are getting towards that finish line where we're seeing the very, very finale of this material, and you're seeing it now. It's why I did not want to let this go. And we have promised these stones to museums. That's what museum reserve means, and many of the stones over the course of the last about 8 months or so have been going out to museums and are on display now at museums around the world in prominent displays where people pay their hard-earned money just to go look at them for a few moments. You can own one. And I hope you will, because this is one of those values you just won't see. And we're going to take it even lower. And I got to do it because otherwise it would have been long gone. And now we get this moment together to talk about the best of the best in museum. It was my own personal pick in the rounds. I'll never forget it, 909. It's an area code out here. It's one of those that we know. It just has that distinctive look about it. And to add the really big diamonds is stunning. We're going to do this. I'm going to have to put on the auction block. And I know there's others out there, and you guys have showed me there's some others that are getting $1,200 a carat, and that is amazing. I'll be the first one to tell you, if you have $1,200 to spend on a Tanzanite per carat, buy it. If you have $1,500. But here's the problem with that. Those prices are good, but they're not good if you can do better. And that's the whole point. Because you know what those $1,200 carat price tags are for? Light, pale, barely there. We're all familiar with the flower, the lilac. That's what most Tanzanite that's $1,200 and $1,500 a carat looks like. That is not the ideal. And don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. It is downright beautiful. I'll wear it in a heartbeat. But if you have an option to get the better material that is darker in saturation, that is even now a better price and a bigger size and with premium diamonds around it, that's where you go. It will not be $15,000. Auction's coming. And I just don't, guys, it took a long time to get those Tanzanite earrings out the door. I'm not sure why. It just means all the more value is required here to get this done. And we're not going to do 15,000 or 10,000. I know we got to go in big chunks here so that we can make this really easy for you. It's just, again, about saving you as much as we possibly can. I'm about moving jewelry. Profit went out the window a long time ago. That ship has sailed. In order to make a profit on that in today's market, I'd need to ask like 150,000. So we're not doing that, obviously, because it'll just sit here and look pretty. The point is to get it to you, and so we got to go even lower than even 9,000 or 8,000. And you know why that's impactful? Now we're beating everybody else's price on way better material, because look at that. I'm already under $1,000 a carat. But see, there's that spoiled element. Over the last 7 years here, bringing you Tanzanite values, and as we've gotten better and better and better and larger in material and better museum reserves, the price tags just keep falling. And that's what makes it so very interesting from your perspective as a consumer, as a collector, just as a downright jewelry lover. It's really difficult to not fall in love with a stone like this when you've got quality at affordability. And 8,000 still puts it a little out of reach because that's like a budget stretcher here, and we're not looking to do that. So instead of 8 or 7 or even $69.99, think about it this way. If we went down to even like $6,000, that's $10,000 off of where it should rightfully be on this show with me right here. That's not going to be your auction open either. We're not doing 6,000. Come on over and take a look at it. We'll see it again here. And we're going to do a lot better than 6,000 because it's required if we want to get this out the door. And I know it's a very little amount to spend when you have a piece forever, a collectible that the museums themselves now cannot get their hands on and nobody else out there can. And we're going to do better. How about $5,500 to get that started? When you're talking about, you can't put a price tag, those diamonds are really important. But also, we want to think about that as that's like $600 a carat. If you don't include the $2,000 worth in gold, if you don't talk about those 6 huge diamonds that are beside it, and the $10 increment that I've got in case you need it. Or you could come on in and we can go even lower than 55. But here's what I'm going to need from you. A phone call. A phone call with the knowledge that you have a money-back guarantee. A phone call understanding that you're getting premium VS diamonds in huge sizes. An understanding of choosing your gold color and not paying any extra for all that workmanship we would put in. If you want anything other than white gold, that's a lot of work. But you don't pay for that. Time is money. Your time is really more valuable than ours. We say, let us get it to you. I don't want you having to run around town and go find a jeweler and then leave your stone with them and have them switch it out. We do that for you for free. Sizing free, shipping free, all of that. And then the privilege of getting it home and then deciding if you like it. Then deciding. Let me tell you something. Our Tanzanites, I think out of all the literally tens of thousands I've sold here in the last 7 years, and that's just blue wing block Ds. I had a regular Tanzanite for the first couple of years of being here, and then the last 7 have been dedicated to this blue wing block D. That's when it was brought here for the first time. I want to tell you something. I think we've had 3 come back, ever. Like that's a statement. And you know why? Because they're usually it was too big for me. It's just too big. I'm going to get something a little smaller. That is remarkable to think about. When you think about really with tens of thousands sold, think about that. That's really amazing because they do. They look better in person. We're not doing 55, 54, 53, 52. Let's not even do $5,100. This is going to be crazy. And you know a value when you see one. And I'm going to go $5,000 to start on this Tanzanite. It's our 909. It's last call. It's a now $11,000 potential savings that you're getting. And we have got a minimum of $10 on the increment, as I said, and a full money back guarantee and your choice of gold color. And now we're talking about, listen, I got to take the $2,000 out for the gold. That would be $3,000 for the stone. If you do $3,000 for that stone, we need to say this. On a per carat, that comes down to $330 a carat. If the diamonds are free, now the diamonds cost you, I'm in the diamond wholesale world, so let me tell you something. That diamond right there, that's about a quarter carat 30 pointer right there. There's two of them. And then there's a smaller one, about 20, okay? So it goes about 30 and then 20. And then of course, like, you know, right, these are all rough, right? Think about that. What do you think those diamonds cost individually? They're not free. They're not nothing because they're VS. And that one is bigger than an engagement ring in the US on average. Do we have the open at 5,000? Who is it? We've got the open. Is it Rita or Frida? Frida. Hi, Frida. We have $5,000. We have the open. It will go. Now it becomes even more critical to get on the phone lines because we are only looking for a $10 increment. And look at that. I'm moving a little more. It's great to look at it this way. It's even more impactful to see it up to eye level, just like you see there. There are very few even rounds that are going to give you that kind of brilliance, that kind of red, that kind of neon and saturation, and this will find its home. Now, this is where the auction element really gets going because now with our opening bid at $5,000, we know for certainty it's going to go. It is going to go. So now we just need to find out if anybody else wants to give it a challenge here because it's only $10 little that could potentially take you from sitting on the sidelines to being not only in the game, but winning the game, winning the whole thing. This is like the championship right here. And it's about as large as the championship ring too. It's the color, it's the beauty, it's the wow factor, it's everything. And it's $11,000 off of where it should be. And that, you can't tell me that's not a value. And by the way, that's not retail. That's not our friends and neighbors down the dial or up the dial. That is our own price here at TVON. So a $16,000 ring is at $5,000. And it's going to go because it's at $5,000. So now the question becomes, can you name a price tag that's going to beat it? And that's all you got to do. And we make the increment small to make that accessible. But this is it. And I have to think about it this way. There's a lot of ways you can look at this value. But even if you think about the $2,000 of gold and the about $3,800 worth of diamonds, well, right there, you've got more money. By the way, that would be just diamonds and gold. That'd be $5,800. So I'm sorry, you're saving right now $800 on the mounting and then getting the Tanzanite for free. So that's one way to look at it. But even if you look at the more traditional way, and I love when people do a per carat and they give you the diamonds and the gold for free, and then you're looking going, where are the diamonds? Oh, there's 2 points in diamonds. That's not a big deal. Having 6 stones that average 17 points in VS material, that's a big deal. But even if you look at nothing else besides the Tanzanite, if that's all that matters to you, that is still the biggest flipping value in gemstones because that right there, $5,000 divided by 909, that is, guys, this is so wrong what I'm doing here. It's Museum Reserve, which is nowhere else. And I'm sorry, if you walk into a museum tomorrow, let's say you're in Europe and you decide to spend that winter vacation off in Europe, or maybe you're going to the Winter Olympics. And you're going to go check that out. And you happen to be in Europe and you're going to go to the museum and you're going to look at a Blue Wing Block D that's from us that you had a chance to own. And you're going to look at it there. I'm telling you right now, there's no price tag. You can't go shop it. You can't offer the curator any amount of money and have it be in your pocket on the way out. So to get something, that's such a privilege, to get something that is of this highest level, first of all, and then to get it right now, if I'm ignoring the gold and diamonds, that $5,800 mounting that you got there, that's $550 a carat. That can't be done. and everybody else that's not called TVON has inferior Tanzanite. So now I'm about to give it 2 minutes. It's going to be 2 minutes and done. 2 minutes and we sell it. 2 minutes is coming on your screen. Frida's in the lead. She's our only bidder. And now we've got $10 standing between you and the 9-carat 09 round stunner. It is a stunner. And I'll tell you, there are not many rounds left. So are you ready for this? Are we done? Are we all set to go? Are you picking up the phone and are you dialing in? You have a full money back guarantee. You have a money back guarantee. So if you're saying to me, I don't know, there is nothing to not know. Let the ring speak for itself when it arrives. I'm speaking on the ring's behalf right now. The ring will speak for itself when it arrives. And you rip open that box and you see that gorgeous color and you see that quality and put it on your hand and wear that ring, it will speak. And you will be awfully glad you are watching right now and picked up the phone and dialed in. We got 2 minutes left and that's it. Final call, 2 minutes, and we're selling the thing. It's going to be gone, and you know it's going to be gone because we've got her open. So it's not here to stay. It's here to go to one of you. So this is it, guys. Last countdown. Basically 105 seconds now left just to make the phone call. This is it, and this is really important. Look at how stunning that is. If you don't like this Tanzanite, you don't like any Tanzanite. It's really kind of that simple. Like if that's not your thing, you ain't liking Tanzanite. You got to find another gemstone because that's the ultimate. This is the best. There are Tanzanites. So my mom bought her first in the 1980s. Before most people knew what it was, most people, it just wasn't like public knowledge. It wasn't out for public consumption yet. And I remember her excitement over that because she followed the trades and just followed jewelry. Remember, she was a teacher. She was not, everyone always asked me, was she the actress, Linda? Was she the actress? Was she the gem girl? Did she have her own design? No, she was a teacher. My mom was a teacher, and yet she just had a love for gems, and she was really smart about how she bought them. She had great connections. She lived in Los Angeles, so that's where, again, I'm born and raised here. So this is where, again, this is where you went, and she worked with dealers who had access to things that I'll never forget when she got the phone call, and I was a kid. But I remember her excitement over, I'm going to go see this thing called Tanzanite. It was so new still. Not everybody even had it or carried it or knew what it was. And now here we are kind of talking about finale of like all of it. Like it could be mined out in a few short years. You've got one chance here to pick it up. We got 5,000, 25 seconds left. Frida, where's she calling from, by the way, Allison? LA. Like the state LA or the city LA? That's Louisiana. I know, it's very strange, I know. This state of LA, you don't, yeah, the state of LA, yeah, it's like a state. It's the size of a state. It's bigger than most states. But yeah, we're in the LA city of the CA state. But LA state is Louisiana. Well, I like it. We're going to send it out there. It sounds like very well done. Gone. Congratulations. All right. So let's continue the party here. And let's go to our Paraiba necklace. Tony, do we have a hand shot I can bring out for this Paraiba necklace? Because, yeah, that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to come in a little closer. I'm going to modify our hand shot to be a necklace shot. Because this one, I really wanted you to see for all of its stunning status. And unfortunately, the diamonds are not going to sit the right way right now. But, because I didn't place those the way we should. I'll flip them for you. But here's what we have. And congratulations, Frida. Well done. Wednesday night, the night to be shopping. I'll tell you that. Look at that. So I'm just going to flip these around because it's like a diamonds by the yard situation here with the diamonds that are bezel set. So it doesn't matter how they turn, you're going to see diamond brilliance no matter what, okay, because they're open front and back. But I know do we have an iris on that camera, Tony? Because I know we're really dark and shadowy here because, again, no light tonight. But I'm going to do my best to show it to you anyways. But I really wanted you to see it kind of sitting like it does because this is a really, thank you. And I got to get my fingerprint off of it because, you know, my stage manager doesn't do that for me. I'm kidding. I'm the stage manager. Okay, so here we are. Show you that. Okay, it looks much better now. Looks perfect. So this is our East-West set Paraiba. Okay, it's a necklace, which to my recollection, and I've been here nearly almost the entire time that TVON has existed. I don't think we've had a Paraiba necklace. Pendants, yes. But as far as a whole, complete blue-green tourmaline like this is, you don't see this every day. This is a rarity not many people can do or show or design because they don't have it. We have item number 1129800. I'm going to come in a tad bit closer here. I just want you to remember those diamonds. Remember the fact that you've got diamonds, bezel set there on the sides of the chain. Now this is an incomplete necklace for you. It's going to be really, really beautiful because it's that station style we love as well. So you've got the station, then that centerpiece, then that east-west setting to that oval stone, which is so amazing, is it not? That east-west setting is something special. We're loving that right now. And you've got our private collection. Now here's where I'm confused, because I looked at that stone and I see everything hours before the show begins. And I looked at that stone, and I'll be honest, I didn't look at the carat weight because I just made an assumption, which we know we're never supposed to do. And I looked at it for just visually. Listen, I've been around gems long enough. Usually I can guess within a couple points how big a stone is, just based on what I know about the density of what stone it is and how the measurement goes and what that equates to. This stone is listed as a 41 pointer. I'm going to tell you, I thought it was a carat or more. So I'm not sure if they left off a digit, if it's what we call those, you know, you ever send like a text and you go, oh gosh, that's a typo. And everyone knows that and they can figure that out because we live in a texting society. So we know how to read like typos and kind of interpret what it's supposed to be. I think this has got to be a typo, guys. But I have two choices. I can either say, you know what, stay tuned, I'll show it another day. And you'll have to tune in every day to see if I show it. And we can take the stone out and put it on the scale and reweigh it. And then here's the problem with that. If we are to reweigh the stone, and let's say it's a carat 41, because it's a 41 pointer is what's listed. Let's say it's a carat 41. Can you imagine the pricing adjustment we would need to make for a carat 41 blue-green Paraiba that's clean? In gold with diamonds. I'd rather just say, you're getting 41 points as a minimum, and then let's give the thing away. That's what I'd rather do. So here's our rarity. And you know, it's funny because over the weekend I had a request. It was a lovely shopper. Her name was Josephine. And she said she called on a Saturday and said, I want to see something on a Sunday. And she asked for Paraiba earrings and pendant. And I brought them out on Sunday. And sure enough, we showed them. And they were so affordable, but they still stuck around because they were still $4,000. That's kind of what happens with big Paraiba. They don't get real inexpensive because they're all so valuable. It's a 41 pointer. It's got 12 points in diamonds. That's a diamond halo and the diamonds in that bezel up just a couple inches away from center. So it's a beautiful complete necklace. It's our white, yellow, or rose gold. You are going to choose. If you'd rather have something other than the white gold, that is a choice you're going to have and you're going to make. But as we wind down this show with 35 minutes to go and a Wednesday night with a lot of great pieces, and you know what? Some are still here and some requests, and you know what? I'm happy to help you, but this is one of those that is all out collectible as it gets. There's nothing I can show you that's any more valuable than the world of blue-green Paraiba. And this 41 point short, okay, fine, we'll go with it. And the white gold, which again, adjustable chain, lobster claw closure, there's a 16, 17, and 18 inch length all built in. So you do have that flexibility of wearing it how you like, where you like, okay? And it's also a great gift idea. Can you imagine? First of all, I've given a lot of jewelry gifts in my days because I've been in this industry for my entire adult life. So I pretty much, when you give a gift now, you're expected to give a jewelry gift. Like, everybody wants jewelry. And I got to tell you, I have never given Paraiba as a gift. Not even to my mother, who gets like 5 jewelry gifts every year because, you know, it's her birthday and Mother's Day and Christmas, and we do Valentine's and, you know, things like that. So we do a lot of gifting. So again, never, because they're not around. This is too scarce. It's too rare. And let's face it, unless you're made of money, you're probably not buying a lot of Paraibas. This stone is magnificent. And talk about wearable, something that anybody could wear. I mean, it doesn't matter your age or your style or how you dress or what your, you know, whatever your own like personal life looks like. You can wear a necklace like this because it's really classic and it's any gold. And somehow, some way, I'm going to find a way to make this affordable because it's a $79.99 necklace. Well, the pendant I had the other day was a $4,000 deal, and that was just a pendant. That didn't have any gold per se. I got to take this off the stand here for a moment and show it to you because I'm sure you're going to want to know what it looks like from all the different angles. So let me do that here on the hand and on the neckline and all that. Of course, choose, oh, I forgot, we got to zoom this on back. So let's zoom it back to like normal depth here and show you what this is all about so you can see how stunning that is. Look at that, Paraiba. See what I mean? Not a 41 pointer. There's no way. I'll even get to the millimeter size. There's no way that's a 41 pointer. But I'm going to leave it as such. And if you get the great value, you get the great value. Come on in. Take a look at this. Okay, that is so, these are the bright, lively blue greens that we love so much that, you know, no matter what, I mean, look at that against a darker color, still works, bright as can be, blue green, that would be at an 18, 16's right about here, 17's here, 18's here, they're all available to you. I'm gonna show you up close as well. This is our close-up, 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 so you can see how bright and clean that stone is with the halo and the diamonds. Change everything we know about Paraibas. I just wish it would sit on its own here because that's the perspective I like to show you. But again, it doesn't sit on its own, so here's what I've got. A better value than you could ever imagine. The diamond cutting on the chain, that sparkle link of that Rolo, the white, the yellow, the rose. Here's a close-up of your closure. That, of course, is the lobster claw. Easy, easy, easy. And then all those adjustable links. Then just look at the O-rings. Look at that. You'll be able to find them easily. We're going to show it on the hand again, and we're going to get this out the door. How about we do this? Under, I can't do 4,000. I can't do 4, I can't do 3 and expect it to go. We have seen incredible values tonight, and we got to keep them going for 33 more minutes. So here's how we do it. Not 7. Half of that is 4. I think that's going to leave it here. I have the weird, strange feeling like $3,000 still might not be good enough when my pendant on Sunday, which, by the way, was the last time I saw you guys, we are off Mondays and Tuesdays. My pendant was $4 grand. I have an entire necklace here that is not going to be $3,000. It's really happening. I know Tony doesn't want to put up that price because he knows better. He knows Paraiba pricing and thinks I misspoke and he's trying to save my you-know-what. I'm going to go lower than 3, but I'm also trying to move jewelry and I got 32 minutes to do it. So instead of 3,000, instead of 29, instead of 2,500, I'm sorry, there's 900 bucks of gold. Sorry, that's the way the gold world works now. A basic chain without diamonds, without Paraiba, by itself is $900. I literally priced one yesterday. Yesterday, downtown LA. That was not even retail, that was wholesale. That was me talking to a friend. I said, what's your 16-inch chain going for right now? 915 bucks. $915 for a chain. If you don't believe me, go into a jewelry store. Doesn't need to be fancy, doesn't need to be Rodeo Drive, doesn't need to be Fifth Avenue. Go into any jewelry store, just make sure it's 14 karat solid gold. Ask what a 16-inch chain is going for. Wholesale, $915. That's the biggest wholesale district, well, the biggest one on the West Coast, second biggest in the country. Yesterday, $915 for a chain. There was no Paraiba. There were no diamonds. There was no lobster claw. There was no adjustability, nada. It wasn't even diamond cut. I'm doing lower than 2,500. You know what? What about $19.99 to sell it? Jason, hold on. We're not even doing $19.99. I'm not going to do that. Let me show you again up close. Watch the color and the clarity of this stone. Let me show you what we can do on Paraiba that nobody else can. There are those diamonds. Look at that, layer it up with your DBTY. It's got that whole DBTY influence with the bezel set diamonds. It's not 19, 1,899, I'll go lower. And we need a Paraiba lover now. Because this is that, I can honestly say this is not gonna happen. This has never happened in my 9+ years here, and it's been 9 years and 2 months and a few days. And I can guarantee you it's not gonna happen again. Because even if it did, I'd have to ask over 8,000 bucks. So why don't you get it tonight for 1,888? You know what? Skip that. Let's not even do 1,888. I'll keep going. I want to move some jewelry here before we go. We have 30 minutes left in Wednesday night, and I'll take requests too. But if you want Paraiba, you got to get this one. I adore this stone. I collect this stone. It is my retirement. I don't have like typical IRAs and all that stuff. And I've been working, I've got my own business and LLCs and corporations. I don't do that whole like, I don't have like a, what do they call that? The things that I don't even know. See, I don't even know. I've been a business since I was a teenager, so I don't even know. Like what's that when they take some money out of your paycheck every single week and save it for your retirement? I don't have one of those. My Paraibas are my retirement. It's true. I know my accountant's not thrilled, but he doesn't know anything about gems. So, you know, he doesn't know. But that's my point. This is a stone that you will love and you will wear and it will enhance the beautiful accessorization you do every day. But at the end of the day, it's worth a whole ton of money. And it's not even $1,888. Tell you what, you know what, skip $1,799. Let's go lucky. Let's make it $1,777. Any gold you want. And if you're getting a carat 41, by goodness, that's the most amazing value I've ever given. any at all. 1777 takes it. It's the value. That's the value. You are very, very welcome. So 1777, I love when you guys, thanks for the values, Lolo. Thanks for living up to your name in such grand fashion. Here it is on the hand again. It's, yeah, it's white, yellow, or rose gold. You're welcome. You're welcome. We love a value. And listen, I've been giving values all my life. I got to tell you, it is better value now. Nobody sees that. No one understands that. But if you really know the biz, like the biz and what's happening now with the business, these values are better today than they've ever been. $1,777. You're taking it. You're taking it. You try it out. If that's not the loveliest necklace you have, if you don't get compliments every single day you leave the house, maybe you don't even have to leave the house. Maybe you got people who admire your jewelry in the house. They're going to go, ooh, Mom, you got something new. Oh, you got something new. Listen, if the husband compliments, I've had so many people tell me, my husband even complimented my TVON jewelry. Now, I hang around guys who appreciate jewelry, so I don't know. But again, for those that don't, watch out. He's gonna make a comp. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it is. It's really rare, too. $1,777 for an entire necklace. All right, so let's move on. We've got a Tanzanite pendant. Yes, that is just good. It's good. And then we got a big emerald. I know we had kind of emeralds with a popular stone of last week. So we've got a beautiful emerald to show you this week. It's going to be Colombian. I showed you, kind of spent a couple days last week showing you all my Zambian stones. By the way, Rhonda Z, if you're watching, yes, the 5.5 is still available. I'll just go ahead and respond several days late to the social media that I saw days later, because I don't see that stuff live, but nobody does apparently. But yes, Rhonda Z, if you're out there, yes, you'd asked if the 5.5 is still available. It is my 5.5, I call it, because it's a 550 emerald in a bridge. And let me know if you want to see it. 1777 Paraiba necklace. Let's move on to our emerald. I've got the Colombian stone. I do have a Tanzanite pendant, by the way. We're kind of going all cylinders with our Tanzanite today. We had the ring round, of course, the round ring, I should say. The ring round, the posies, it sounds like what I was saying. It's we had the round ring go, we had the earrings go. We've still got a pendant to show you, and I have all the exotic shapes of pendants that are really marked down, so we'll show those as well real quick. So let me give a quick little, like 60 seconds to these exotic pendants that we have, because we have got, take a look at these three. They're outstanding exotic cuts. That's one of them. That's my Superwoman cut. Or Superman. I mean, he's okay too, right? He's cool. I mean, whatever. I'm not really into superheroes. I believe in real life superheroes, like healthcare workers and like law enforcement police officers. Those are like the superheroes. I've never been one for superhero like movies, but like, yeah, I feel like we encounter them, and we luckily, you get to experience them. Maybe you are one of them. So those are my superheroes. But let's take a look at this. We've got 3 fancy cut pendants. I've got 2 that are more of those shield cuts. And then the other one's more elongated. You're going to see this is like an emerald cut, but tapered. So I'm going to show you teachers, I would say. Yeah, teachers are in there. Teachers, like my mom. Teachers, they're the superheroes. Those are superheroes. But this is kind of a really cool deal if you want a nice little discount on some very, interestingly enough, did we all see the 909 Tanzanite that sold? Great value, wonderful piece. Let me just move, for symmetry here, let me move this one to the center, and then we're going to have our fancy shield cuts to the sides. So I can do this the hard way or the easy way. I've got these all listed as a blowout tonight, and keep in mind, they're all 9 carat plus. So I think we're somewhat familiar with 9 carats because we just saw the 9 carat round go. So let me make this really easy. We've got 9 carat plusers. I'll walk you through which is which. But we've got these 9 carat plus, and then 2 of the 3 have the really big individual diamonds as their bail. And the other one's got pave, but that's also mimicking the cut. Jason, were you shopping over there too? Wonderful. Thank you. Do you see this one's pave? I know it's hard to see, but let me move this aside for a minute. So see that one's pave, kind of that same, it almost looks like a diamond. If I were to draw a diamond, that bail is what it would look like. So diamond shape, diamond pave. There's your 2 big trillion cut diamonds that are yellows. So that's a nice compliment to the Tanzanites. Here's the easiest thing I can do. These were slated to go out as a blowout today, as a wheel, meaning all 3 same price. They were all slated to go out at $69.99 on discount tonight. and that's really about half of where they started. I've got a 9 karat 44 in the middle, so if you like that one, that's the 944 with the huge 46-point trillion. If you like the one on the left side, that's going to have that other trillion yellow. That's going to be the 9 karat 28. That's going to have a yellow diamond that's actually even bigger. That's a 60-point yellow diamond trillion. And then we go over here. This is the largest. That's the 993. Just shy of 10 carats, diamond pave bale. This is the deal. 6 points in white diamonds there, so it gives you a bigger carat weight, smaller diamond weight, and white diamonds instead of yellow. You pick. Here's the thing. I cut right to it. These started, and you might remember these because they've all been presented on the air individually in the past. But, ooh, $13,999, $14,999, and $15,999. So they were anywhere between $14,000 and $16,000. The price tag today is supposed to be $69.99, be all end all, send them out, one of a kinds each as they are. What I'm going to do is even better because I have to. At this point, we watched an auction. If you were with me a few minutes ago, you saw it with your own eyes. We saw a 9 karat 09, which is, for the record, it's smaller than all three of these. And these have their fair share of big diamonds too. And they're in pendants, and they should be a little bit higher end because they're fancy cuts. That is a premium. There's going to always be a premium on a fancy cut over the basic cuts, so keep that in mind. So let's take a look at all three choices here, and then what we're going to do is take them lower than even, we saw the auction go for $5,000. So I'm just thinking that asking $2,000 more is not going to work because all I could get on the auction was $5,000, which was an incredible buy. So let me actually give you a meltdown price here, and the meltdown, who's melting? Me. I'm the one having the meltdown. We're going to go ahead and give these away right now for better than even $5,000 or $49.99 just to make sure they all go. Because, listen, we all saw that. We had a 909 already sold. It's done and gone. These are bigger. They're fancier cuts. And they've got the big diamonds, well, in the case of the two yellows, and they will not be even $4,999. I feel like this is a necessity at this point. We've got to do it if we're going to move them, and that's the whole objective and why they're here tonight on the air, is to move them. Just let me know which one you like, and this is going to be some incredible per carat pricing because, again, my smallest one is 928. That's right here. The 928. This is the 9 karat 44. This is the largest. This is 9 carats 93. And these two have the really big individual yellow diamonds. As they're bailed, they will not be even 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. Take whichever one you like. This is some serious value, and I'll tell you right now, low per carat pricing. We're going to do right now $4,499, and they're all one of a kinds. And do you realize that that's like $480 a carat or better per piece? That goes all the way to, I'll tell you what, if you go with the 9 karat 93, that would be a per carat price of $450. Have you seen $450 a carat anywhere on the planet on Tanzanite? Because I know I have not. I have not. 1,800, 3,600 a carat, yes, yes, yes. You don't see $450 a carat, let alone on the best material that's ever been mined. That's where these are at. So at this point, we're going to give it 60 seconds. We're going to have you take whichever one you like, but that is not one you want to wait on. $450 a carat. They're between $450 and $480 a carat. That is unheard of. And that's if you're getting, in case of 2 out of the 3, you're getting huge yellow diamonds. Those are natural trillion cut yellow diamonds. That's important too. So this is where, again, you got to take your favorite there. Whichever one you like, this is it. 60 seconds, Tony, and we'll see who's got what, because they can't stay here at that price. You get them to resell them, you get them to collect them, you get them to keep them, you get them to invest in, or you get them to wear, or guess what? You can do all of that at the same time, because you can still wear it and still it's an investment. So all you need to do is let me know and I can recap all those carat weights for you if you need me to. But $44.99 for any one of those 3 and fancy cuts. 2 shield cuts, 1 tapered emerald cut. Okay, let's move on. I'm keeping them. We can give them to the museums where they're promised anyways. That's where they're supposed to go. So I don't, yeah, especially, can you imagine the fancy cuts there? How much those are like so perfect to put on display. Is like, look what we got. Look at those stones though. And we can show any of them you need. up on the neckline distance-wise. I mean, this one's about an inch long. The other's just shorter than that. You let me know, $450. Karen, you're leaving them here. Okay, so we're going to keep those. If you don't love them, that's okay. But if you seek out something different or unique or special, they're right there. They are right there. Okay, that's going to stay here with me, I guess. Let's move on. We've got some really special. I do have the 20.5 carat. If anyone wants a traditional cut, there's a 20.5 carat, but it's 10 grand. So I do have this 20.5 carat oval. That would be my largest pendant, and that's my 20.5. Remember, we had the 1868 that sold the other day. Here's the 2043, and that's going to be $99.99. So if you'd like that one. Now, for those of you that are saying, I wish I had the money tree. I wish I was out in the backyard harvesting. I wish I was winning. I'll tell you what, you don't need to have all the money in the world to get a Tanzanite pendant. Because, drum roll please, I've got one right here that is going to fit that same beautiful, fantastic look, quality, everything, and it's got a yellow diamond. Now, I know it's not 10 carats, but it is a 2 carat plus, and we're going to come in close and take a look. Up close and personal, it has the big yellow diamond just like its counterparts, and is going to be at number 112-9669. Welcome into our last 18 minutes of Wednesday night. Let me know what you'd like to see before we go. We are on our way. We are done in 18 minutes. We got to get this Tanzanite gone, and I'm going to go whatever you want. I don't know what you guys need. I don't know. At this point, I just made some Tanzanites extremely affordable. Far more affordable than I've ever done in my 9+ years here. Granted, only 7 of them have been blue winged block Ds, but that's still a lot of time. That's a lot of shows, that's a lot of items, and that's a lot of years to have one gorgeous collection. Here's my 211 now. Do you see what's happening here? It feels like it took its cues from the others, where it's got that big yellow diamond as its bail. That's a good size. That's a 19-pointer. That's just about 1/5 of a carat, so that's a really good size. Still about the size of an average engagement ring, except it's a yellow diamond, not a white diamond. And it's that fancy marquise, which even if you're like, I don't know if you guys think about marquise much because we don't have them very often, but that's a really pretty cut when you consider how elongating it is and how it is your bail. Remember, it's not a diamond pendant. The diamond is your bail. So it's really just coordinating back to really giving you something different and special. Let's go! Let's make it happen. It's supposed to be $39.99. Well, at this point, if you had $39.99, you probably would have bought the other ones for $500 more. So let's do this. I'm going to start, I mean, why not? It's the end of the show. I want to see who's out there. And sometimes I just don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. We don't do Nielsen ratings. Nobody does, I don't think, anymore. Like, how do you do that? Everyone's streaming. We're the show you can't stream. Like, this is where you still should watch live because, yeah, there's no choice to get the jewelry if you're not watching live. And that's what's weird about our world now is that you don't need to watch anything live now, right? Except maybe 2 things, sports and shopping. And how ironically they kind of coincide because if you do shopping right, it is a sport. It is a sport. And there's a winner and there's a loser. And guess what? You already are winners because you're here with us. So you know you're winning because you're getting the best quality at the best values. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's go. We're going to do $1,000 to start. Just 1,000. I'm going to go up in $100 increments, and I'm going to get a lot of people on the phone lines because so far I've done 2 auctions and I've gotten 1 bidder on each. So I want to see if we have more than 1 shopper for each auction out here. So let's do this. $1,000 to start it off and $100 increments only, and we'll see where it goes. And come on in because that's a really important yellow diamond that's worth that price alone. Then you've got a 2 carat 11 Tanzanite cushion. I'll show you all the different perspectives. I mean, I'm still stunned that my fancy cuts are here at $450 carat. That made no sense. But now we're looking for just anybody. Call me now. Because that is the $4,000 pendant that I just felt like we need to do something a little extreme. And then we've got emerald. I think we need to leave the Tanzanite world. All you're telling me is, let's get out of here. Let's leave the Tanzanite world because this ain't working. So, and I get it. Most of you who have, been shopping it for the last 7 years have one. 2, 10, 50, something like that. Take a look, Tony, it's on the hand here. I just want to give everyone a little size perspective here, just in case anybody wants to start the auction off at $1,000. It's going to be a little bit of a, like a 7/8 of an inch drop here. So yeah, just little, maybe 3/4. I don't know, it's hard to tell from this angle. Is it? Yeah, 3/4. We'll call it 3/4, and then here's what it looks like from a distance away on the neckline, and no open. All right, we're going to just switch gears completely. We're going to go to emerald. We're going to show you I found the best Colombian I have. So let me show that really quickly. If anybody liked this one, $39.99 is your price tag on that. So that'll be our quick little buy it now there on that pendant. Okay, so that'll be $39.99, and then let's get to our emerald, and then we'll do a little recap. Got a couple pieces left from the early hours of the show. We have the Sorari earrings in pave, the yellow diamond studs, a star sapphire. I'm going to neglect the 2-carat star sapphires are like $4,500, so I'm going to just show you the bigger star that I had. We have the Paraiba, so we'll do all the recaps that we can in just a moment, but let's get this one moved aside, and let's show you what we can do here on an emerald, because we're getting into the best of the best. Muso Colombian, not going to be that gigantic oversized 5-carat that everyone's like, I don't know if I can wear that every day. This one you can, and it's a beautiful color and clarity on that Muso Mine Stone. So there we go. That's our 80-point light 1-carat. It's going to be item number 1129306, and then we got a recap, and then we're done for the night. So if you have anything else that you want to see real quick, last-minute requests are welcome. We'll help you out with those as best we can, show you anything else you want to see, and then here's our last new item of the show tonight. It is our 80-point Colombian with 102 in the diamonds, which is your double halo there as well, and that's a classic setting style. And here's what we've got with the split shank. That really tells you a lot about that overall size of the center, because you wouldn't need to split the shank and widen it that way if it was a teeny tiny little baby ring. So you got the big split shank there to kind of anchor it on the hand. Here's what it looks like from a distance. Check this out. Even the glow and the clarity from all that distance away that you can see there so strongly. It's so clean. And that's really where emeralds get rare, is when you get perfect clarity like you have right there. That is stunning. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to offer it at a discount. It was here for $69.99 way back when. We're going to help you out right now, and this is really the top high end of emeralds. So take advantage of it. And then any requests you have, last minutes of the day are here. So we need to hear from you and find out what you'd like to see before we go, because it's that time. End of the show. Snap up what you can while they're still here, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 5. But here's what we have on our 80-pointer. Let's blow it out. Keep in mind, emeralds do look double. So you have to take that 80-pointer, take it with a little proverbial grain of salt, okay, guys? Because it looks like a carat 60 all day. If it were any other stone besides opal, it would look like a carat 60. That's the look you're getting. So I know it's tricky. Everyone always says to me, but that emerald's too small. Please remember, they look double. That's really important. If you got a carat and a half, it'd probably be too big for some, because then you get a 3-carat look. So this is right in that sweet spot of where you want it to be and what you want it to look like, and we're going to blow it out. We've got to do that, and we will do it right here and now. First caller on this one. It is under 3,000. This never happens, even on the mounting that you have there. That's what's so stunning here. This mounting is major. Over a carat double halo like that, split shank with all those incredible diamonds. I'm going to make it under $2,999 too. We're going even lower, and then we got a big recap. I got all kinds of pendants still here. We're going to do a little pendant recap, and then we're going to do our ring recap. So we'll do both coming up, and then anything you missed, you will see again. But let's make this under $2,500. $24.99 first caller on that one. $24.99 gets it to you. $24.99, and then we're on our way. Pendant recap, ring recap, and the day is over, and we've got 10 minutes left to do all of that. So we will do pendants, and I have one pair of earrings. They're my Soraris. The Sorari earrings are still here. They're the only Sorari piece left from the show tonight. We also have the Paraiba round ring, the yellow diamond emerald cut earrings. We have the studs, the hoops. We have the really cool pendants. I've got 4 pendants still available from the show, and so I'll show you everything we've got left and remaining, so you can pick up. And a lot of these pendants, they're just from the first couple of minutes. So chances are I always start with the best values. So if I start with the best values and they're still here, it just means nobody else was. So I'll show you the pendants we have to choose from, and then we'll show you the earrings and the rings, and the show will be over for $24.99 only here. All right, so let's get to our recap. The emerald is here, and then let's show you these pendants. I've got the huge peridot. It's the pair of peridots. That's under $1,000. I have the really special pink zircon round. These were all here in, like, I'm talking the first couple of minutes of the show. So chances are you missed them. These stay as they are. Rose gold for the pink zircon, yellow gold for the peridot. And everything I'm going to show you in pendants is under $2,000. So far they're under $1,000. But I also happen to have this color change sphene here. This one, mind-boggling. It's a radiant cut sphene. It's the color change variety. It's under $1,500 for that sphene. And so you can get the green of the peridot, the pink zircon round. Here's the sphene that's going to be our carat 49, I believe it was. Yeah, carat 45 on that radiant cut. That's $14.99. And then we have the opal. It is our opal Australian. Look at this thing. In platinum, that's actually under $2,000 as well. That's going to be $16.99 for the opal you see there. So we got some really cool pendants tonight that still need their home. So everything's under $2,000. Actually, they're all going to be $16.99 or less. So a lot less than $2,000. And you see, you got all different sizes and shapes and designs and styles and stones and everything from our phenomenal, of course, the opals and the color change sphene in front of it. Those are going to be your phenomenal gems. That's a color change. That's the play of color from opal. We've got the zircon, known for its double refraction, and this time around in that gorgeous pink color. And that's, by the way, $4.99. So everything's either $4.99 or up. It's between $4.99 and $16.99 per piece. So we'll give them 60 seconds and we'll say goodbye to our pendants there, and then we'll do our little earring and ring recap. We've got an earring recap and our ring recap, and then we're finished. So anything last call, and we're going very, very quickly, obviously, because I have to show you all these pieces and get them all out the door. So, and of course, those pendants that we had in the Tanzanite, they're available as well for that incredible per carat price. All those fancy cuts, $4,499. Take those if you can. Now, here we go. Pink zircon, gorgeous sphene, peridot or opal, $16.99 or less. Let's get to our earring recap next. So we'll go from pendants to earrings to rings, and then we again have 8 minutes left to go. And remember, everything goes at the end of the show here, so it's not a good time to wait any longer. You definitely don't want to wait till an hour from now, we're not here, or like tomorrow, they're gone. So that's really key as well. So $16.99, $14.99. This is only $9.99 for the peridots and $499 for the zircon. I had 2 earrings today that are at least the ones that aren't sold out. It's either our big studs in the yellow diamonds, or we have some hoops coming up that are multicolors, and they're in a staggered design of pave, and the hoops are going to be, well, they're all going to be under $2,000, rather to under $2,300. The hoops are $22.99, and the earring studs are only $19.99. So a choice of there in some very fancy ways to do fancy diamonds, no doubt about it. So those two, again, $22.99 for the right side. Those are your Sorari hoops, and then we've got the fabulous yellow diamond emerald cuts on the left, and those yellow diamond emerald cuts are about, they're 82 points overall, actually 85 points, and they're going to be only $1,999 for those yellow diamond double halo studs, more of a button style really, because their size is so grand. So $19.99 or $22.99 is actually your price tag there on the hoops from earlier tonight. So $22.99. It's our little recap on our earrings that are available. The white diamond hoops are sold out, and the Tanzanites are also gone. All right, we're going to show you the rings coming up next. Last call on the show, 6 minutes left to go. $19.99 or $22.99. We're getting very busy. Pendants are going out now. Earrings, your choice of. We got to get to our rings because our rings are very special as well. And the earrings, again, those are $19.99. Now let's get to our Paraiba. And that's our round 18 karat solid gold. We also had the blue zircon earlier, and we had a blue star sapphire. This is all really important material. Now that zircon is going to be down to that incredible $29.99. The Paraiba in the middle is actually down to $36.99, and that's our round 74 pointer, 18 karat gold for the Paraiba. So remarkable there. This one doesn't like to sit on its own. It is kind of a heart shape in the ring, a pear shape on the stone. That's only going to be $29.99. It's our major markdown on our blue zircon. The Paraiba in the middle, $36.99, and the 4 karat blue star sapphire. It's our 423. I had to actually literally I had to void our wheel of blue sapphires because they were so incredibly expensive compared to this one. So we had the 423 because I had 2 carats on a wheel that were all supposed to be 3,500. This is a 4 carat 23, so double the size, and it's only $1,499, and it's in platinum. In a beautiful figure 8 design of mounting, diamonds are 25 points. Fabulous. They all stay as they are. That's platinum, white gold, and white gold. So that's it. Last call. $14.99 for the blue, and then the Paraiba is $36.99, and the zircon is only $29.99. Let me know what you're taking. We had the pendant recap, the earring recap, now our rings, and that's going to be it. Also, the emerald is still here if you'd like to get the emerald for $24.99, although that's verifying right now. And our last call on the show. Thanks for being with us. Now, a reminder, we're here every weeknight, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that would be the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 to 8. That's all Pacific time. That is 8 to 11 for my East Coasters. And if you're in the Central time zone, that would be, of course, 7 to 10. So keep all that in mind. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These weekends, of course, are a different story. That's daytime shows, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific to 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 1 to 4 Eastern. So that's when we're here 5 days a week, and that's all Wednesday through Sunday. So keep that in mind. And the deals are in the live shows, okay? The live shows have the one-of-a-kinds and the deals and the markdowns and the auctions and all of that. So you got to be here with us for it because everything's selling out right now. Yellow diamond earrings, sounds like those are gone. We'll see if it's the earrings or the hoops, actually. They both had yellow diamonds. And again, we have the pendants. The opal's gone. Thank you so much on that opal. And then the tanzanites. Don't forget about those fancy cut tanzanites still hanging out here. And the rings. I'll tell you, somebody needs to get that blue star sapphire for $14.99. That's an incredible value for a 4 carat 23 natural phenomena asterism stone. I don't know about you, but I don't see 4 carat blue sapphires going for under $10,000. That's just for a regular blue sapphire. If it's 4 carats, the last one I had on this show was a heart shape. You might remember it. It was 10 grand. Actually, no, it was $12,000. It was $12,000. And it sold the other day, and it was a 4 carat blue sapphire. It did not have an asterism. It did not have a phenomenal quality to it. This has a phenomena to it. And look at that again. That is going to be, seriously guys, that's a major value. That blue star sapphire, 4 carats 23 in size, only $14.99. Allison, what are you taking from earlier? All right, so guys, we're moving jewelry out. Just again, 3 minutes left to go, and then we'll see you tomorrow at 5. I sure hope so. Be sure to be with us. We got 3 incredible hours and lots of good things coming up this whole week. So as you join us, this is only our Monday. So again, there's all kinds of things in store for you all week long that I hope you'll join us for. Tomorrow at 5, Friday at 5, and then of course we've got our weekend days as well. Big things coming up. 2.5 minutes left to go. Thank you so much for shopping and watching tonight. We appreciate y'all. The emerald is also that 80-point emerald's a good one. Major emerald there. 80-point Colombian Muso Mine Stone. Our last call on the rings. 2 minutes left. Tell me what you like. Here's that beautiful blue star sapphire on the hand. Yes, here it is. $14.99. Again, the graphics on this are 5934. That's the 423. Look at that star. So well done. Let me just come into our normal depth here because we were all over the place on that hand shot. So you can see that star is so strong and so prominent. This is when it's competing because it's still, you see there are 2 stars right now. Typically there would be 1, and then that 1 becomes so strong. So if you're liking the way it looks now, you're going to really enjoy the way that looks in person, and it's only $14.99 to get it. Let's go back. We've got that, again, it's a pear shape that wants to be a heart shape in the blue zircon. Here's the Paraiba 74-point. Stunning, stunning, stunning round. It's going to be clean. It's bright. It's the blue greens together. That's in 18 karat solid gold, and it's really well done. That's $36.99 for the Paraiba. And then your zircon's actually less than that. The zircon on the right side of your screen, $2,999. That's a huge markdown. It's been on the air a bunch. And this one's now down to $29.99. Here it is on the hand. That would be our zircon. That is a 502 in the pear shape, has that heart-shaped double halo around it. So really does look to the world like a heart-shaped stone, just without the cleft. So you've got the heart-shaped designer style. That's only here for under, guys, that's $3,000. It's actually $29.99. So big value there as we're in our final 50 seconds. That is one to go. Again, that's item number 6969 if you'd like it. And that's the big blue zircon. Love that icy blue blue, bright color. And then the $36.99 74 pointer. Amazing round, so much 18 karat gold there. It is like having 4 rings in one, and it's beautiful. So 30 seconds left to go. Don't forget, tomorrow's Thursday. We'll see you here for a big show. We've got 3 hours from 5 to 8. That's Pacific time. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for an incredibly epic night of jewelry. We'll have more of what you love, maybe some more designer, hopefully some really big values as well coming up. So make sure you join us from 5 to 8 tomorrow. I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Enjoy it. And thank you again so much for watching and shopping with us at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair, and I will see you tomorrow at 5. See you then.